Welcome. The first thing I want to say very quickly is, as almost a metagaming disclaimer, is that history is going to play a very large role in today's game. There are historical events that surround your characters that may or may not be important. A knowledge of history is not essential, but desirable in terms of the period of 1910.
Oh, shit.
Okay. That is international history. That's stuff that's taken place here in England / and or London, and anywhere between there and Constantinople. So it can be anything along the way. Now those range in importance, but most of them are to do with individual characters. Another thing I'm going to say as well is anyone who metagames, now everyone here is better role player than I am, so anyone that decides to metagame, I will instantly ask you to pull a block, just out of as a sudden rule. So any of my character feels really happy right now, you're going to pull a block, you need to show me, not tell me. That's how this is going to work. It will be fully immersed.
So if I'm feeling if my character is feeling frisky,
you get frisky.
I should take off my shirt.
Yeah, Christina will love it.
As well.
Yeah, cameras weren't there, by the way. We were recording this.
So, it is 1910. If you look at the top right-hand corner of your character sheets, you will see the city in which you alighted the Orient Express, which is one of the longest steam engine railways in the world, travelling towards its final destination of Constantinople. You are currently on the final leg of that journey, around 2 hours or so away from the final destination, Constantinople. Some of you have been on the train for upwards of a month. Those of you who alighted in either Calais or London have been there a long time. However, it has been a very, very pleasant journey, but you haven't had a huge amount of interactions with the other characters in the room and or players. You would have seen them in passing in the corridors, but mostly your visits have been your own. However, for the final night, the organisers of the Orient Express conduct what they call an arrival party, which is held in the first class lounge cabin. So for the last few hours of the journey, every passenger is invited who owns or at least holds a second class ticket to that carriage to mingle, drink on the Orient Express, and effectively talk about how good the journey is. It's roughly 8 p.m. at night. So it's now getting pretty dark outside. However, if you look out the window, you will see that you cannot see a thing. Very unseasonably and weird in terms of the geography, it is a blizzard outside. So there are just sheets of ice and snow outside the windows wherever you look. There are humongous snowdrifts either side of the train, almost as if the train itself is carving a...
I think that's 2 blocks for Curtis.
2 blocks forward. Almost as if it's carving a track, its own pathway through the snow. There is nothing that you can see at all, no lights, no distinguishing features. You just know that the nearest station is around 2 hours away. Our journey starts when your characters enter the arrival party. I'm going to go in order for this first part, so the first character to arrive will be Jackram. As you come in, you see a incredibly lavish carriage, at least 40 or up to 50 feet long. There are tables set up with seriously expensive glassware and other fineries. This is something your character has Jackram has never been used to. I need to pull a block myself. As it's something he'd barely ever seen before. Caviar on the table spread. Anything that he would like to eat or drink, it's all free. It's all included in the ticket. There are other people around milling about. There is a lady in a green dress. You have seen her around. She's of middle age. There is a conductor who is quite happily going around and offering people drinks, doing something outside his job role. He's a very friendly man, you know from experience. No one else has arrived yet other than those two.
Wander over to the conductor. Alright mate, I'll take one of those if you don't mind.
Jackram, is it?
Yes mate.
Fantastic, sir. Champagne?
That's what's going, yeah sure, I'll take some of that.
Wonderful. He passes you a flute.
I'll take a second.
An extremely well-dressed gentleman walks in, sporting a cane. This man literally reeks authority in the way he walks, in the way he enters. He is someone that the likes of yourself have never rubbed shoulders with and would never hope to rub shoulders with again. This man's name is Victor. Sir, the conductor seems much more readily available to this man's summons. He's much more polite, his manner is much more courteous. How can I assist you, sir?
Scotch, please.
Of course, sir. He hands this man scotch.
I'll go take a pedestal at the bar.
Another person enters the room. He is incredibly opulently dressed. Robes of the finest order in bright colours in every way. This man is literally the epitome of wealth. Come on in, sir.
Good evening, fine gentlemen. I'll have the finest wine.
The wine of the finest will be surely yours, and he hands you an entire bottle.
I take that.
Another man enters. This man, again, is extremely wealthy. You have not seen the like and haven't spoken to the like. They have genuinely ignored you, these characters or these people, throughout this journey so far. Sans.
You know what I want. Big, large head-ons. Make sure it stays.
Of course, sir. Always a pleasure, sir. And he pours this man a drink.
Curtis has never met anyone from Austria.
I've watched films with Arnold and thank you.
It's gonna be the end. Final scene. Get to the chopper!
Get to the chopper!
When did they invent shops?
1938.
At this point, the conductor rushes to the door and shakes the hand of a very, very proper gentleman. Good to have you here, sir. An honour.
Bonsoir.
Could I get you a drink?
Vin rouge.
Of course. Provides this man a drink. The last to enter is a brash gentleman that you have seen before on the train. He's always made a loud entrance. His voice carries in any carriage he's been in so far. You know he is of importance from where he's from, but you've never had a huge amount of interaction with him, and he enters through the same door.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's me. I enter, I twist my thick handlebar mustachios as I eye everyone. I turn to the barman. Good evening, sir! No, before you speak, you better be serving me a beer or an ale. In fact, both of them. I'll have both right now.
He pulls two that he already
And I stand my
had
cudgel down on the table. Get me the drinks now, please.
I had them ready for you, sir.
Excellent. I put the cudgel in I grab both of them. I look like I'm about to give one to him. I go, you don't deserve none. And I walk off and sit down at my own table.
A common rebel, am I right?
There's a reason they give out first class tickets and second class tickets, but they still insist on making this a mix-up between the two.
I begin drinking both of them. Look at them and pour one into the other. Swear at my finger. That's my proper drink.
The last to enter is a nondescript man in a suit. He carries a briefcase with him. He's obviously there on business. He has slicked back grey hair. He doesn't speak to anyone. He doesn't order a drink. He merely takes his seat at the central table, which has at least 8 seats on it. These are, as you would all be aware, the passengers with the highest ranking tickets. There would be no one else invited to this last arrival party. The conductor rings a bell. I would have the sound effect.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
May you take your places for dinner, please?
I guess I fucking have to.
Please, very well, of course. Where would you like me to sit?
Anywhere you please, sir.
Ah, well,
The front
that's
of the head of the table would be appropriate for a man of your profession.
I pick a seat that's right next to the top.
Head of the table, sitting.
Head of the
I
table.
guess I'm sitting there.
He
too.
pulls the seat out for Benedictus.
I take that seat.
Perhaps you could provide a blessing for us, sir, before we eat.
Of course. And
And it better be fucking Catholic!
you're welcome to my seat, of course. No problem.
Your seat?
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, you must be mistaken.
Well, I believe it was offered me, but as you wish.
Dinner will be a few moments. The chefs have prepared duck à l'orange for this evening. When we arrive,
that mean?
when we arrive in Constantinople,
Duck in orange.
there is another flute of champagne waiting for you upon your alighting station. If you have loved ones, please do go and see them first. We will make arrangements for your luggage to be brought to your place of lodging.
That's assuming we want to.
Wait a
sit
minute.
bar.
Wait a minute. Sir, I have a piece of luggage that I wish bringing up.
Of course, Commissioner. Pray tell.
Back in, that place, I got a box. You'll notice it, it's redwood. It's rather ornate. It's right on top of the other box. The small one.
Afraid my memory is a little hazy, sir.
Well, just fucking bring it up.
Of course, sir. And he walks off, rings another bell, you can hear it literally through the doors of the carriage.
Good.
He leaves you alone.
I can't even remember all my boxes.
Before we get into that, shall we have a moment of reflection on our journey?
Reflection?
Yes,
I
reflection.
just remember the train car that holds them all.
You!
Either way, I should start.
Evening.
The man is speaking. Shut up.
Yes, so I would like to thank everyone here for their presence and for their accompaniment on this journey. Though I have not seen all of you much, it has been delightful, and I would like to thank all of you.
Alright then. I'm in.
May you enjoy this fine evening.
Amen!
The woman in the green dress she's been here and she's been drinking for some time. You can tell already. She's already swaying slightly. Well, I don't know any of you.
What? She sounds like that?
That's what she sounds like. Yeah.
Well, holy shit! What dick crawled in your pants?
She pulls out a cigarette on the end of an extender. I don't like your tone. However, I quite like the look of these fine gentlemen here.
What in the fuck?
I'd like some introductions. Who's this fine-looking fellow over here?
You're speaking to Sam Svats. As he strokes his quite large greying beard
Lovely.
and taking her all in at that time.
And
Quite curious to how mouthy she's been due with all this intoxicants that she's been partaking before the rest of the guests have arrived. It's quite unseemly within the presence.
And
That doesn't happen to be the Schwartz of Schwartz Steel Mills, does it?
That's exactly the one.
I've heard of you before.
Many people have. We've done quite well for ourselves in the last couple of years.
I know, I've made investments myself.
lovely. Really am sat at the table with some true gentlemen. You, what do you do for work?
My Name, as they say in Germany, where I hail from, is Herzog von Schönhausen. I am in the silk business.
Can you not tell? Look how girlishly he dresses.
Well, the dressing comes with the
Quite
status,
much, isn't
right?
it? Absolutely delightful. And, yourself?
Right, love. Yeah. I'm not really like a lot of the gents in this establishment. Place. Train. Yeah,
Yes.
train.
Quite.
I sell fruit.
You sell fruit?
On the corner.
What the fuck?
Exotic fruit or...
Yeah, I'm assuming like Papua New Guinea fruit. And
Mostly prunes. Well,
prunes.
Fruits!
I heard they help you shit.
They are if
I
you
could
get
provide inspiration.
Is there a third class on this train I wasn't aware of?
What do you fucking mean by that?
I know this guy. You won that competition, didn't you, in London?
Yeah, that's me, love.
He deserves to be here about as much as your left nuts.
If you have them.
In fact, they probably deserve to be here much more than he does.
Certainly imagine
If you have them.
They're garbed in the finest silk, of course they do.
All I'm saying is, your people. And then he thinks better of himself and he goes, nah, fuck it, I heard your people are prone to larceny.
I've never
Don't.
stolen
If I
anything in
see
my
you
life.
stealing shit, I'll break your
Unfortunate.
fucking fingers.
Well,
And he stares at everyone down. That includes the rest of you.
Liam,
Not that
pull
you'd be stealing stuff. Apologies.
Pull a block for me, please, sir.
Sounds like you should be selling prunes.
We're doing proper Jenga rules here.
Yeah.
You touch the block, mate. You fucking take it. Never this fucking around at the time.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can't take from the top
I'll
three.
take
As soon as you touch a block, you take that one.
Oh, no, there's definitely
I wasn't aware you
touch
were so
and
invested in Jenga.
Mate, you're speaking to the Circon Trent champion of the world when it comes
No,
to
we
fucking
let
Jenga.
There's an oxymoron there.
Mate, that's...
we let you probe a little bit just so that you can get a feel.
I'm
'Cause it's
also the
difficult.
Burslem table tennis champion of the world, mate. How it works.
As you have that little exchange, a long moment passes between the pair of you where you merely look at each other for the longest of times.
listen, mate.
Like I said,
I was speaking, and we're in polite company.
were you? Because I didn't hear English coming
Sound
from your
classic
voice.
polite.
That's funny coming from an Irishman.
What the fuck did you just say?
I said that's funny coming from an Irishman.
You
I
guys
don't,
so-
I don't think he
potatoes.
stutters the first time, to be honest. I think you heard him perfectly clear the first time.
Shit.
The Austrian's got him. You're being rude.
I'm not being rude. I'm simply eyeing you up. Get a measure of your character.
Look, mate, keep your eyes to yourself. I ain't done nothing around here.
My
In
job
fact,
is not to keep my eyes to myself.
You're here working, mate.
Well, of course I am.
Another double, please.
Yes, of course, sir.
Me too.
May I stop? Dinner is served. And as he passes Victor another drink, the doors open and 6 servants come in and they place at the same time, exactly the same time, a bowl of soup in front of each of you. Butternut squash and carrot jus reserve. He walks out.
Where's my box?
Your box is being taken care of, sir. However, it would move much.
Pull the block.
Oh,
It would move much more quickly if things were lubricated.
I've got some prunes for that.
Yes, please.
oh fuck me.
Just before we continue,
Thank you, sir.
I feel like someone should explain this joke to Adrian, because he's obviously...
No,
on this.
no.
Oh, what?
Oh, here
Why
it
was
is.
it waiting?
Liam desperately needs the shit, and he desperately needs prunes.
Oh, that's the...
He's been having constipation issues, like
Okay,
properly.
so just so
Oh,
you know,
no,
this is
no,
being recorded. Hello.
Right.
Anyway,
Later.
well, let's
Yeah,
continue. Thank you, sir. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm really. It's really important that you bring that box to me now.
Eating watermelon
I'll bring the box up
because
momentarily.
Thank you, sir. And I apologise, friend.
Probably
My job
is
is to protect
straight protein
the
fixes
carriages
that.
here. So, yes.
Straight protein.
I will have my eye open for everybody. It's just that you seem, no offence, well, actually offence, you seem to be the lower class of the lot of them.
Well, that's not offensive, mate, because I am. That's alright.
So I'm just keeping an eye on your quick and silvered fingers. That's it.
Barely touching the soup. I'm going to eye up these two whilst they're having this very heated dispute, because it's a good reason to be staring at them at least whilst they're having this dispute. What do you both look like in the finest detail?
Big, thick handlebar mustachios, walrus-like, as they kind of travel down my thick, chubby jowls. Big beer belly, liver-spotted hands. I've got bald head with the slight hair at the side, and I constantly sweat.
You just see the vein fucking bulging in his side of his head as he stares you up and down more and more. Any more features like what's the shape of your brow, the shape of your jaw?
Thick, bushy, almost travelling off of my face. I've even got
Nose.
mustachio hair, like
That's-
coming out of my
that's
nostrils.
coming out the nose,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's same with the ears.
Yeah, I look filthy. Yeah, you can see yellow earwax in them.
And then a lower class gentleman.
Well kept, very well groomed, freshly clean shaven. Looks as if it was done not long ago. What you'd call formal attire for a working class. Looks clean, well pressed. Clearly done his best to present himself well. But you can tell by the quality of the attire that it is just.
What about the actual man looking past the attire? The
Pull a
actual
block.
man.
Pull a block for me, please, sir.
Oh, shit. So yeah, I'd be wearing the faint navy blue kind of uniform of the British.
Yeah,
Police force, Scotland Yard type outfit.
Yeah.
I just noticed this is the 4th time I've been to England, and this is the 4th time I've forgot to bring the adapter for the...
I've got one for you.
For the plug.
Yeah, I own 3 of them.
What if he fails this? Does he just have a heart attack and die? Yeah.
Something in his wine.
Oh.
There are reasons.
What about the actual man behind the?
Your preparations are spot on. They have impressed.
Because I've just got like UK.
What about the actual man behind
USB
this suit
stuff.
then? Like
Oh,
the
that's
actual
great.
what's the jawline look like? What's the shape of the nose?
Sharp
Oh
jaw.
shit! Alright, eugenic boy.
It's slightly what looks like a once broken nose, but fairly well reset.
And that's why we don't mainstream.
Flintish eyes. Quick flintish eyes.
Flinty shot.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, well
Okay.
played.
How Jewish does everyone look?
About 10%.
At that moment,
Embarrassing.
the conductor bursts back in the room.
Sorry, Don, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Rewriting stuff.
He has a thin sheen of sweat over his face, and he comes straight in. And despite the fact that he's trying to be discreet, he is not. There is a matter that I feel like would require your attention.
What the fuck is that then?
Please.
Yes, please do tell. What is going on?
I think he was speaking to me, clergyman.
Well then, please leave and discuss it elsewhere.
I don't
Okay.
want to panic anyone. Can you please?
Is it about my
But
carriage? Is it about what I'm transporting?
But yes, you have. So please tell us what is going on.
I'll step outside. Come on.
There are ladies present. If anyone wishes to come with me, that's fine.
I follow him, obviously. I bring my cudgel.
Everyone stop. The soup tastes exactly like my mother's servant used to make it. Congratulations to the cook. Now please continue.
You seem to be getting on famously with the Irish fellow. Perhaps you should go with them as well. Please.
We are really, I'd say we're building a rapport. Yeah, maybe I'll go over one.
That sounds good.
Want some company?
Oh, sure. Come on, friend.
Come along.
He leads you down.
I put my arm around. Jackram as we lead him out with cudgel, kind of tapping against the side as I'm moving.
He leads you down a corridor through into the next carriage. As
I can see what you're trying to. I see what you're trying to do there. Don't separate him from the group. He's not just right from us. Just because it's luck in terms of the short term. We just luck in the long term.
I wanted to talk business and better to talk business with businessmen.
As I said, luck in the short term, luck in the long term. But keep us in the room.
What is the difference if you're making millions selling silk, or what do you make, like $10 selling prunes?
British pounds, mate. British.
Are you coming or what?
Yeah, I won't wait. Come on.
Alright.
What does a prune taste like?
As we walk out into the corridor.
Yep.
My diet, to be
So,
honest.
put a pin in that. That's great, amazing chat. As he leads you down the corridor, he gets more and more frantic. He leads you through one carriage, and he leads you into the first class quarters, which is 2 carriages away from the lounge.
This is about my transporting product, isn't
Please,
it?
sir, follow me.
Look,
I have no. There is no.
I let go of my arm around
He
Jackram.
doesn't seem well. Come on.
Alright.
There is no precedent
It's
here,
a lot of
and I'm not sure
busyness, isn't it?
why you brought someone, but I do
Just
need
quite
someone
sure
from the
that's what I
police.
expected from
It's my only option.
You think to be
Lead
a
the
little bit
way.
more
I was
well-organized.
eating delicious soup made obviously by the mother of a steel tiger.
Little bit of a
He
Silk
leads-
merchant, whatever.
You down the corridor, and you can hear the faint sound of a music box as you go down this corridor.
It's a pleasure traveling with you. To be honest.
As he opens the door, you see the most disgusting
It
sight
feels good to be
you have ever
blessed
seen
by
in
the
your
gods
entire life.
on this, on
The
this journey.
carriage is, the compartment is
On-
probably
on
about as
the
large
gods.
as this room up to that door and back. There are seats in there, there are plush leather sofas. On his back, a man in clear Orient Express uniform is a man splayed out, spread eagle. He is
The ones you
wearing
need to fear
a
is the
very,
ones
very
where
clear,
they deny any
a richly
They are.
opulent crown. It's a full-on crown.
Seen in all, all
Something
the
that you
different
maybe
types and all the
wouldn't have
different
been
kinds.
see
They
on a
all share
monarch.
the merits,
It's
but
obviously
to
authentic.
do
It's
not
obviously
deny
real.
upper power
Buried
at
in his
all.
chest is a
It's just
thin
hearsay,
sword,
it's
and this sword goes
madness.
right through him. His eyes are staring wide open, and blood has spilled out beneath him. There is a gunshot wound in the centre of his
They
head,
seem more
and lying next to his head
interested in their own
is a revolver.
earthly values.
Oh, sorry, can you repeat that?
Very-
I'm really trying, but
if you
Yeah, no, that's fine.
focus your attention more on him, he does look up.
So there's a gunshot wound to his head.
Earthly values,
Lying
are you
next to his
talking
head
about me?
is a revolver.
We're talking about as if
He has his throat slit,
We were talking about
and on the other side of his head is a straight razor. On his groin is a stuffed purple giraffe,
business, I think, to keep all
a
this.
cuddly toy.
I have 3 shrines in my house alone.
Buried in his left leg, sorry, his right leg, is an incredibly
One more
ornate
God for the
dagger.
pile.
It is it's a masterwork. Again, something that you wouldn't see.
That is business.
And
yeah.
placed
I wouldn't
on
bore
his
you with
right
that.
leg
Oh,
is a scarab,
Just a
It
lot
will
of
be a
ever
much more
petrified in amber.
I go to touch the.
wonderful deal lined up.
I immediately go.
intriguing tale.
You see, sir,
You see,
there's
my
been a
luggage
murder
was-
on the Orient Express.
Little trip is mostly just the finest silk from.
You look. You obviously see him look at his chest. He pulls his waistcoat out and looks down and
Buy
goes.
it all, right
"What
off
the
my
fuck?"
hands.
Whilst Aiden is
I quickly
checking
reach for the
his-
amber scarab
Yeah.
and try to pocket it.
Using
Whilst
good
Aiden
for
is
hypocrites.
running forward,
To go right back
uh,
to my dear Germany.
I gently slink
to
forward,
sell them all
crouch
again.
down next to
You do it
the
successfully.
And I'll
Sorry, it doesn't
finally
say.
get that
Crouch
third
down next to
holiday
the head
home
of
in
the
Alps.
person to check the eyes, and with my other hand, with my back
It's just
covering the area, with
I
my
told
other
them
hand
we could
just
do it
gently
to the mail
sweep up the
that
razor
didn't
and
need to be on
pocket
the
it.
train. But you know how they
Pull a block.
are in Constantinople.
I didn't hear that.
Person.
These silks, it can't be that much of value. You think if one single buyer can purchase your entire stock on this carriage in one purchase. It's a very light material. You think could travel. You'll be fine.
What do you do?
Quite purchasable.
I have no-
One carriage
I have-
is worth.
We are.
Look, friend.
It's much easier.
I look down at the
to
body.
purchase silk than to purchase steel.
There's obviously a
There's
killer
much
on board.
less
I need that box right
workforce
now.
required
You're
to move it,
interrupted.
you know.
As you turn, the woman in the green dress is literally standing
I
there.
turn.
She's dropped her drink. Every person in the first class lounge has heard a
Get the-
ear-splitting
Miss,
scream.
miss, I rush towards her, trying to turn her around. Get the hell out of the carriage. This is not for you to see, miss. And I push her out. Look, Jackram, can you help me, please?
I stifle.
Pull a block each.
This is what happens if you let the common rebel on the train.
Gentlemen, you have heard a scream. A ear-splitting scream that only comes from the like of which someone who is truly terrified.
Should we go and see what is going on? I am quite attentive.
You successfully calm her.
I imagine there are people
And
to
restrain
check what
her.
is going
Push
on.
her. I try to push her out the door
It's
and then
really
close it.
We've made this already.
That kind of thing.
You
And
already see some
Todd.
bolt off.
I rush
My
towards the
wife
body.
makes that noise if she misplaces
Rush towards
her
the body,
purse,
being
so
checking his
I-
pockets.
I'm going to get you pull a block in a second.
There's a
In
distinct
fact, do it
difference though,
I
between
stifle,
two sharps.
uh,
That one was off.
Bile in my throat.
It's
Stand
the-
up.
Nah.
Turn
I think it
around
was
to
my
help.
purse losing scream.
Aiden.
If you wish to go.
Usher the woman out of the door.
You shouldn't.
look at these rich bastards just in the background, just
Pulling
discussing
the-
business while there's a murder.
Pulling the
Suggest you want
other,
to open a new stealing in Monaco. Do you really think that's
rail
the
worker
wisest
out
choice?
of the room with. I assume you want to go into the hallway.
Yeah.
And I
may invest
pull
in
quite-
Jackram, can you push her out the door? And the moment he does it, I do the.
As a shareholder,
I help push everyone
do
out and close
feel
the-
I should weigh
Yeah.
in on
So
check
are
his-
you still in the room
you
or
do
you
so
out?
successfully.
You come out with
As you've gone to help,
Curly
I
pulls
turn.
you gentlemen there a
Are
second.
these shares performing, if you may?
We're going to switch back to this conversation over here.
I don't mean to upset you, but I think this woman that was screaming was the woman that was at the table with us before, and she's been acting kind of strange. Haven't you
I
noticed?
suggest, and for the first time the gentleman in the suit with the briefcase stands up, I suggest we go and take an invested interest in the events taking place elsewhere on the train. And he leaves.
Well, shall we, gentlemen? I'm curious to find out what this woman is up to.
Yes, I shall stick with you, sir. Let's.
The soup's been on the table for 3 minutes, so obviously I cannot take another spoonful of it. It's cold.
I love the silk merchants. I love him. Please don't die.
So let us investigate this nuisance. so we can continue with the most important things.
Okay, so did I go through the...
Level up.
Well,
I did.
Oh, you done it? Yeah, nothing.
Oh, fuck me.
Are you going down to the first class rooms?
It
as it
does
were?
appear we have.
Undoubtedly so.
As you arrive, you find these two gentlemen and the conductor.
I stand to face them, obviously.
You hear the sound of a music box, and you see as you enter the room that there is a wooden chest that's open, face down on the floor, to reveal a twisting ballerina as it plays out this tune.
I go... slam it.
It stops the music dead.
There we go. Problem solved.
What are you all
on the
doing
floor.
here?
Shut up.
On the floor,
Jeez.
you see a man in the Orient Express uniform, spread eagle, with a pool of blood that has been that is spread out beneath him. In his chest is a thin, rapier-like sword, protruding from the middle as if he has been stabbed. In the middle centre of his forehead is a single gunshot wound. A revolver lies to the side of his head. His throat has been slit by what looks like a straight razor. On his groin is a purple stuffed toy giraffe. In his knee is a master crafted ornate dagger. Such quality that you probably haven't seen the like. The conductor is freaking out. These two gentlemen have just restrained the lady in the green dress and are pulling her away from the scene.
Friends, I apologise for what you have seen. I'm going to have to ask you to step out while I do a little bit of looking around.
There is no stepping out that will be done here. What is Frederick doing here?
Frederick?
You see him right there. He's in the puddle of mud.
You know this man?
No, who cares about this man? My
I
giraffe is down there.
We should all care about this man.
Okay, I'll go, that is your giraffe?
Well,
You named him Fred.
no, Frederick. Only
I
probably
reach
Ruff is
down
called
and I
Fred.
pick up the purple giraffe and I say, are you saying that this stuffed toy here is yours?
I wouldn't call it a toy. It is clearly an action giraffe.
I look at him weirdly and I go, what is your name, sir?
It is
No.
Herzog Edward von Schönhausen.
I knew you'd give me that. What's your first name? Something easy that I can pronounce.
Edward.
Edward. That's a good name.
Ed.
It's a strong name. Can you come with me, sir? And I go
Ah.
to reach for his wrist.
As it happened, all of a sudden, weirdly enough, the silk merchant's robes change colour.
Well, that's a fancy trick, but you're still coming with me.
Not
Just-
without Frederick.
Look, you can. I pass him, Frederick.
You're dealing with this, are you?
I'm going to talk to this here man. It seems the toy is his.
Now that my toy has returned to its proper place, I will not go with this man that was found next to a dead body.
No, you will.
What, so you can stab me as well and steal someone else's toy giraffe?
I looked around the room. Are you blaming me for doing this?
Well, you were
well, the
there.
circumstances are suspect. Do you have any authority here?
Yes, I am a commissioner of the police, and this man's
Police
toy.
of what country?
Is this within your
Excuse me, I
jurisdiction?
can't quite understand what you're fucking saying.
Police of what country?
Scotland Yard.
And where are we now?
Alright, so get your points. But I have been given authority to look after these here trains.
And
So,
you're suggesting Frederick murdered this man.
And by whom have you been
what the
given
fuck is
authority?
Frederick?
My giraffe.
Oh my god.
When will the main course be served?
I don't know if there will be one. You see, this man is our driver.
But he didn't make the food, so the food will still be served.
So I'm rather hungry.
The meal will be served in a moment, I guess.
Then what are we still doing here?
We should return.
I have retrieved the giraffe. The man
Friends,
is obviously dead.
That is a dead body in here. So can you all just exit the carriage while I take a little bit of a look?
No, most certainly
Cover it
not.
up and we'll go out.
I am no suspect
Why are the
here.
servants here?
And why are you not? You should know better than me.
I have been dragged here to take a look at the body. It's the first time I've seen it.
Victor leaves.
And why did the scream happen just now?
Victor leaves.
Because of the woman in the green dress came in and she saw the body.
Well, I don't believe it.
You don't have to believe what the fuck. You fuck. And I get really angry and I just try to push them out and slam the door in their fucking faces.
Did the woman come in here carrying Frederick?
No, the Frederick was on the body. What the fuck is a Frederick?
A giraffe! It's a proper name for a giraffe.
Inspector, please calm down. I understand you are upset by this recent event, but please keep your calm. If anyone can solve this, it will be you, but not in this state.
I apologise. I'm keeping my calm. I apologise.
That's
Priest,
what happens
it's
if you give the Scottish a police force.
I am Irish. How fucking dare ye! Right.
I'm gonna stop this here. Love the banter, love it, but I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna break it down into little compartments. So we have this going on here. Victor, you have left the carriage and you are returning back to the first class dining area, correct?
Yes.
Okay, can you pull a block for me?
I can indeed, sir.
That's where it goes.
He's fucking everyone else up. He loves it. He's trying to eliminate the rest of the players. It's strategic like that, by the way.
I love to do it.
When, as you're walking down in the second carriage, so the last carriage before the first class dining area, you see these words written on the wall. They were not there as you passed. They are written in a red substance. You don't know if it's blood, if it's paint, and it says, "Expect the first ghost when," with a little arrow here. The bell tolls 1.
Where was that written and in what medium?
It's written across the wall, some over the windows of the train itself, in large, maybe 2-foot letters in a red substance. It's still wet.
Is it in the first class dining carriage?
No, just before. The carriage before.
I will take note, move on, help myself to a bottle of whiskey from behind the bar, and pour a couple of drinks. Did I notice anything of particular inside the man that was bleeding?
The one that was dead?
Yes.
You did. Pass me your character sheet.
No, I can guess.
You know.
Yes.
Good. Over here, please. So, at the moment, you're all still stood at the scene of a murder.
Yes, what exactly is the woman doing now that she is no longer being restrained, I assume?
She has been moved to the side and is shaking and muttering to herself. The conductor goes over to her and says,
I don't know that. I know that timer.
Look, miss. Look, miss. Maybe you should return to your rooms. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here.
Look, miss, please. We're just trying to do I'm just trying to do my job here.
If you don't mind, I could speak to her and you can continue doing your job.
Thank you.
On it.
Well, miss, I understand this has been very troubling for you, but you seemed very intent on staying here. Could you please tell us what you saw?
I saw these guys, these gentlemen.
I'm getting close.
They were standing around the scene of that horrible crime. I arrived here after they did. I wanted to powder my nose.
I see. And what exactly did you see when you arrived? Please be as specific as you can.
I saw the man, the driver. He was splayed out on the floor like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yes, no, I suppose you could not. But could you tell me the truth, perhaps?
No, this could be your doom.
Oh, I prefer no touchy feel I do, but we'll play it like that.
Breaking the
Yeah, let's touchy feel.
No, it's a thing in Dread because otherwise you die. It would ruin the game unless you could do that.
Hey.
Oh,
Like, honestly.
next person's fucked, I believe.
It also allows it so you get more natural progression where events build up and build up and build up.
Rocket, if you're over there, this once.
I did see something. I saw a man leave the carriage. Yes, that's it. I saw a man leave the carriage.
You can get me something, and I'll have to owe someone something. I'm out to see there.
That's all I see. Please, Father, I need to return to my cabin.
Is that a San Miguel we're drinking?
Perhaps
yeah.
another time we would speak more of this, because I believe
Yes.
So and then
the
not
shop is
long.
clouding your
The
judgment.
one in the rings
She
that
lights
killed
up
the
a
birds
cigarette
in the
and
ocean.
leaves.
Mookie Brown.
You are still stood
I'll let one of
outside.
us
You've
Mickey
just
Brown
retrieved.
sort
Frame
of
rate.
thing tomorrow.
And you are stood together outside the door. You can still see the scene,
Very strange.
but it's at the moment the choice of what you want to do is yours. You've just seen,
Mr. Conductor,
yes,
just a second. Frederick has been drained of his blood of this man. Will the trade pay the cleaning fee? Because obviously this is not my fault.
I'm sure
I was
I'm
gonna
sure.
I wasn't paying for it.
all
Well, just
all
you don't pay
conveniences will
for
be
it.
taken care of, sir.
Well, then I think my presence is not required anymore.
May I suggest we leave the professional to his work and return perhaps to the first class dining area?
Well, perhaps in light of recent events, at least someone should stay with him. I do not believe it's a good idea for anyone.
Well, I
to be
do
alone right
believe-
now.
I do believe me and Jack Ram have got this. Jack Ram, are you okay to help me?
Yeah, you want me in the room or?
Yeah, just stay with me for a bit.
Oh no, that is
It's
fine.
alright, I don't want to be by myself
I just
anyway.
thought it would be
I
good
would
for
like
you
to
not
be
alone
informed
right
of every future screams ahead of time, so I can mentally prepare myself.
Of course, sir. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sir.
Fred and Ned.
Not
Fred
your
and Ned.
fault. And I leave and go back to the dining area.
Okay. Anyone going back with the silk merchant?
I'll go back with it. So the current arrangement is that we've got the police commissioner and the commoner, the fruit merchant.
As it stands, there are people
Fruit
in.
peddler.
So we have the costermonger and the police commissioner and the clergyman and yourself, all still in the compartment where the murder has taken place. We have the silk merchant travelling back through the expect the first ghost carriage towards the first dining thing. You would see that on your way through. Our landed gent himself is already helping himself to drinks back in the first class dining area.
Modern art, am I right?
I shall head back with the other two. Make sure that their mental sanity withholds this. Make sure you keep an eye on.
Yes,
Especially
well, I think
this
I
one.
will retire for a moment. I believe these two have closed covered. I would like to pray for what has happened, for this fallen soul. And I do not feel comfortable doing it here in his presence.
I've got
We shall do
I've
this
got a
together.
question. This is the driver. Where are we going?
An excellent question, sir. And without saying any more, the conductor rushes off back down the way in the direction of the first class a first class passenger area.
I wouldn't worry about that, friend. First of all, as the door, they're all gone back, right? And the door's closed.
Yeah.
Between me and you, I don't trust none of the toffs back there. The reason why I asked you to stay is because out of everyone out there, despite you being probably a silver-fingered fuck, I trust you more than everyone else.
I mean, I might be a silver fingered fuck, but I don't have
No,
silver
but you're-
spoons at my house.
Ha! Yeah, exactly.
Done. Pull a block
I
for
just try to pull it.
I go, see here, and I point towards the dagger and the rapier.
Yeah.
These here are weapons of
Oh,
fine
you're
wealth.
fucked there. Clergyman's dead.
Oh no.
Oh no,
Got
that
him
one's
to be
nice
dead.
and loose.
No, it's not. But
You can stabilize it slightly with your
What
Careful what you
bastards
do.
took it from the bottom?
rocket.
Rocket.
I assume you can only use one hand ever, right? Otherwise,
No, you can use as yeah.
You can, yeah.
So you can't hold the tower with you.
But you can take as much time as you like, and please don't die. Yeah.
Oh, smooth.
Okay, so I turn to the Jack room and I say, yeah, you see these weapons, and I point out the jeweled encrusted dagger and the rapier. These are weapons of a finer kind of man.
Service person on the train.
I think they're overcharging.
The giraffe I gave to him, but it's still on the body. My bet, something to do with the silk merchant. Don't look at me like that.
I mean, I paid
I
myself,
don't know
so I
where to
don't
look
The
at
most
it.
in my time as an inspector, right, friend?
Yeah.
It's the most obvious answer is the right one. We got the giraffe, the dagger, and the rapier, weapons that are of fine wealth. The silk merchant is probably to blame. Where is my fucking box?
He ran off.
I know. I'm screaming to get his attention.
Gentlemen, who is currently in the first class dining area? The pair of you.
I am, and I would like to ask if stroking my giraffe is a free item interaction.
I can confirm you will not need to pull a block. That is absolutely fine and a free action. Consider it a bonus action. You see the conductor bolt through. He doesn't even stop to talk to you. If you ask him a question, he ignores you.
They're not supposed to be seen as rushing.
He's hopefully rushing to get us all food, isn't he?
I would like to think so. I do believe the 3 minutes energy.
We can't live off soup.
Gentlemen,
It's cold either.
and he bursts back through. We have a much more serious, pressing engagement.
Is the cook the next dead person?
I'm afraid the dinner may have to wait. You see, the driver's compartment is sealed. I have no idea who's in there or what's happening, but the train seems to be gaining speed.
Now, I am just a humble silk merchant of an empire that you couldn't even imagine. But, if we're in a train, and the train is on tracks, why do we even need a driver?
Because the end of the line is about 15 miles away, sir, in Constantinople. We are making good speed, probably more actually, my geography's poor. We are making good speed, but by my estimation, we'll reach the station and the end of the tracks in roughly an hour and 10 minutes, with no one to slow the train,
Probably
or
more like
no
40
one.
miles.
Like 100 miles.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. We're somewhere in the Orient. With no one to slow or stop the train or stop providing the engines, we will careen into that station and, well, you understand.
Perhaps you should go and stop it then.
Oh shit, we genuinely have time. Fuck. Don't you fucking
I
dilly-dally
will
with
try
your
everything I
roll.
can. I will try everything I can. And he runs back in the direction he came.
I didn't get a chance to ask him if there was someone on the train I could use to send a letter. I feel like I need to talk to my insurance company.
Fuck's sake.
I love him, but he's gonna die.
Okay, so immediately I leave Jack room, I stand up and I rush back through that carriage and head to my carriage.
was born.
Good. Okay, I'm going to dip back and I'm going to go quickly with Sam's.
I'm still with the clergyman, so I'm sticking with him quite closely.
Okay.
He was saying he was going off to pray of this with this scene, so I'll stick to him like glue, and I'm going to look and to see if I can pray over this event with him.
So, you are staying together.
No, I mean I pull the block to do what I told.
Right, okay, so you are staying with the clergyman, you're observing the scene. As you turn around over your shoulder, you notice that the clergyman has gone. You don't know when he slipped away, you have no idea, but he has vanished.
Well, that's very strange. Maybe he's gone to pray over food. And then I'll just instinctively wander back to first class, because that's where I tend to be more comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'll wander back to there. I'll see the writing on the wall. Nice. This. Oh fuck! Where's that?
What was that?
I thought we couldn't see any light through the windows. That's most disconcerting. Seeing that, something triggers back in his head, and he goes back to where the carriage is, and we'll still see the police commissioner and the fruit peddler. They're still in the carriage.
They're still in the carriage there at the moment, yeah.
I'm gonna just loom over there, not trying to interact with them too much, but just keeping an eye on what they're doing with the body, and just sitting further enough in the background where it's gonna be pretty hard to notice him. But he's just having to look over the scene and making sure what's actually happening here.
Fantastic, so you're just presiding at the moment.
Yeah,
perfect.
just presiding, yeah.
As you do that, you notice that the commissioner also leaves the room and goes off in the direction away from the first class area, leaving you and the peddler. Gentleman of refinement, the man with the briefcase returns. And are you sat at tables? Are you stood?
Sat. I I've sat down and I'm just looking at the soup.
He sits on whatever, on the central table where you're sat, puts his legs up and says, "Well, aren't we just fucked?"
I think you've lost the count.
I would choose a different word. Neglected.
Yes, I mean, not the words I would use, but lacking a main course.
Cheated out of our rightful duck.
Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. Heathcliff, purveyor of rare artifacts. I can't help but wonder that we were the only few passengers at this little arrival party. The Express seems to have lost its glamour as of late, which would indicate that those of us at the party were at some point responsible for this little tete-a-tete.
You think it's one of us?
Oh, I'm almost certain of it. I'm not sure who it is or how this event came to pass, but I am pretty certain that one person we sat down to eat with is in fact a cold-blooded killer.
This is how I am seeing this, but who was murdered was a common man. Let us use the words. What reason would have we distinguished gentleman to kill a man whose name I would not even care to remember?
I
What?
don't even know this person.
Reason, indeed. Would you perchance mind telling me where you were in the events leading up to this little unfortunate happening?
When we was here with you, eating cold soup.
Ah, but you'd merely arrived, hadn't you? The soup, unfortunately, was probably the biggest travesty of the evening. But
It was a fantastic soup. And the 2 minutes leading up to it becoming cold and disgusting.
you mentioned your insurance company before. Have you got some kind of stake in this train, perhaps going off the rails?
Are you saying it's more worthwhile for me to lose all the goods on this train and my own life than just selling the wares on the train in Constantinople?
Some businessmen are wealthy for a reason, and they
And
they look to consolidate that wealth for their families and the family they have to come.
By murdering themselves at 45.
Usual aim that is particularly water.
You,
Yeah.
I can't work out your deal yet, but I know you're not entirely innocent. And you must know, and I'll be telling this to the other little passengers we've had, that I am rather curious to know exactly your machinations and movements before our arrival party. I am not done here, gentlemen, rest assured. I am not done.
I am done with the soup. Where's the duck?
I'm waiting for the
Matt, you are still currently in the compartment where the murder has taken place. The only person with you at the moment
Which
is
one's the
Sam,
toilet
the steel tycoon.
first door. There's
The
not
police
a
commissioner
left.
has left.
Should I leave it open?
If you want to.
Unless you
Oh,
drop
no,
a
no.
Depends if
massive.
you want visitors.
Yeah, drop a
The
massive.
clergyman
Basically,
has left.
just don't piss in the closet.
Did I see the?
Hi, YouTube.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did I see the clergyman leave?
What's that?
Did I
Excuse
see
me,
the
right?
clergyman leave?
Yeah.
Okay. I go to follow the clergyman.
Pull a block.
Thank God I'm being left alone. Jesus, everyone fucking doesn't give a shit about me.
Definitely do not.
That's fair.
Oh, I was going to go for that one. I'm glad you went through first and proved it's a fucking god.
It's fine, you can switch up. Like Rocky said, it allows for natural progression.
Yeah, it's better if you can take some of the easy actions first.
It makes the later actions more tense, which is the best feel.
Oh, that was a good one. And
Nicely
that was
done.
Nice, smooth operator.
He doesn't notice you as you follow him. You follow him out of the carriage, down towards the second class passenger area. He stops just shy and waits.
I call out. Hello.
You hear someone behind you.
Yes, hello.
I was just wondering where you were off to.
Well, I did explain previously that I wanted some time away from that grisly scene to pray for, well, this unfortunate soul and what has happened to him.
Oh. Sorry about that. I was just feeling like I didn't want to be much left alone with the man with all the steel.
Ah, but I thought you volunteered to stay with the commissioner, no?
The commissioner's wandered off.
Ah, but I thought you would
Gone
keep an
back
eye
to
on
my
him.
carriage with the.
Well, the dead guy ain't gonna get any deader.
No, but it is not good for any of us to... Well, to be around in public areas, I think, by themselves. That's why I was retreating to my chambers.
Oh, in second class?
Your arse is fucking foul.
Not me this time. Oh yeah, it's definitely.
As you're discussing,
Missed it.
you can hear something. It sounds like whispering. It is coming from atmospheres. It is coming from the direction of the second class carriage.
And what do we hear?
What's that, sorry?
And what do we hear?
Whispers.
Okay,
You both hear it at the same time.
well, there seems to be something over there. Let's go and investigate.
I'll be right back. I dash back the way I came from.
Okay. He leaves you.
Okay, I proceed anyway.
Okay. Fine. You enter into a carriage that you have, up until this point, had no need to see. So what you would have assumed was the second class area is actually a storage carriage that separates first and second class.
Right.
There are a few dusty crates in this carriage. There isn't a huge amount. Okay, a couple of suitcases, some hat boxes, a car, believe it or not. Just kind of with its wheels taken off and it's bolted down to the ground. The whispers seem to be coming from the back corner of this carriage. It is pitch black.
Okay, well, I have nothing. I should go and have a look at what's going on. Just try and be careful about it.
Okay. The first thing you see is the police commissioner standing smack bang in the middle of this carriage.
Fuck you, Tom.
Well, as I believe the main
And what is going on here?
I'm going to retire to my room. I think.
Does he call out to me?
Just as soon
Yeah,
as
just
I stand up and go,
carriage.
I was not retired to
I
my room.
reach
till I
for the
have
box. Is the
complained
box still
about
there?
the situation.
Yeah.
I grab the box, put it under my arm. Well, hello there, clergyman.
Probably the last time I
Yes,
read
hello,
this
what is going on here? I had
Likely
some
death
strange
by
whispering.
crashing into whatever.
Strange whispering.
Losing all my
Yes, do you
goods.
not hear it?
And no duck.
No, I come back here to get my box.
And what do you need your box for in a time like this exactly?
It's got on my
The
investigative
least
tools.
thing they're supposed to do.
I would
I see. Why was it not in your quarters?
Oh, I didn't expect a murder, did I?
Well, I believe in your line of profession, perhaps you should, but anyway, ignoring that. What is going on here?
Well, nothing. I came back here to collect my box. I lean on the box, the large box in front of me.
But I assume that you and your box were not whispering to each other.
What are you talking about?
You can still hear them.
That? Can you not hear it?
No,
Then you must be going deaf.
I can't hear shit, clergyman. What are you
Yes.
talking about? I came here to get my tools.
Yes, well, the problem is I do not believe that anything that's happening here is a coincidence. So could you
I
please tell me
begin,
what is
I begin
going on?
unlocking the box.
Okay, as you unlock it, there's nothing in it.
Well, fuck this shit! And I just throw it across the fucking room.
Clatters to the floor. It's the only sound in the room, apart from the obviously the whirring engine of the train.
Holy shit! And then he clicks in his head. He goes, my fucking...
You're fucking what
I
now?
must dismiss myself from your parents while I head back to the crime scene. I fucking dashed back there.
He bolts out the carriage,
Yeah,
leaving
I'll-
you
I'll
alone.
follow him.
You're going to follow him.
Fucking
Okay, I'm going to put a pin in that for the
While this
moment.
was going on, I excused myself as the main clearly wasn't arriving
Shit.
to return to my carriage.
Can I stop you for a moment? Is that okay? Mainly because something's about to happen as you're about to leave.
Before that even happened, whilst that conversation was going on, I was left alone with the body, it sounds like.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a bit of a look over on that and the different objects and stuff that were
Here's how we're
placed
going
on it.
to. This is the order. Sorry, because there's so much going on.
Yeah,
It'd be
I know,
nice
it's
of you to
hard,
do it.
yeah, I
What's
know.
going to happen is you two, Curtis. We're going to come back to you three. The lights in the first class dining area go out. It's pitch black. It's just you two alone in the room.
Well, I definitely can't stay here now. No duck, no lights, certain death.
I've said before that having a duck in the dining area, after the duck was promised, was the least they could do. But having light, it's become a more pressing issue.
I believe so, and I will not stand for it. I'm going to take my leave as soon as I find the water closet in this area. And I stand up to leave.
I shall also retire
Just
to a room with light.
But you're not far away. Put it this way, the light's fading. What's that, sorry?
I have left on the pretense of heading to my room after finding the water closet, but I would like to head back towards the murder area.
Okay. You're absolutely fine. You're going to reach... As soon as you leave the carriage, you find that the light's on in the artwork carriage, as we call it, which is the one that's middle, are still on. However, Mr. Silk Merchant, so here's the order now. Silk Merchant, yourself, Curtis, these guys, you are left alone in a pretty pitch black first-class dining area.
I clutch Frederick.
Frederick clutches you back.
Aww.
Well,
What?
I have not yet been served my soup, but I will retire to my beddings.
Ding! As you say that, the singular chime of a clock goes off.
Me tender.
Fuck me tender.
Do I have to pull a thing?
Not yet, no.
Oh, good.
You're not being tenderly fucked just yet.
Anyway, so fuck someone tender. You're not
So
getting
as
tender
you
fucks.
clutch Frederick, you hear the door open that leads towards the, as you know, the driver compartment and the front end of the train. It opens and it closes. There's no greeting. There was no light that spilled through the door. It was just pitch black. You did, however, hear the door.
I bring the duck, good sir.
I bring the duck. It's just a whisper.
That does not sound like a duck. Frederick, defend me! I throw Frederick in front of the door and dash to the other side.
You hear a soft as it hits the floor and bounces. And roll a block, please, if you're going to run towards the other end.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh no!
You can. This is something I forgot to say. You can refuse a pull.
Yeah, you can.
So if you refuse a pull, I decide what then happens.
Okay.
yeah.
But it
But it's
probably
usually
won't be
bad.
dead.
It's usually bad.
It won't be as bad as death.
You won't die,
For-
but it's terrible.
Oh, you're in. I need a wee because.
Oh no! Refuse a block. Refuse a block. If you can't,
Don't refuse, there's loads left in there.
you could die.
So all horrible blocks, what the fuck did you do?
Go to the bottom, yeah. There you go.
Oh!
I found the
I
one.
say there's tons left in
That's-
there.
Why wait,
That
wait for
is-
him to get back.
That's why they
That's
call me
amazing.
Adrian the Talent Wolf.
Oh my
Because I'm a multi-talented man who can pull Jenga blocks.
Wait for it.
They don't call me that.
Let's see what happens.
It would
to
be
you.
in German, so it would be Das Talent.
Got my
I
eyes
think
on you,
the
Inspector.
camera has shifted again.
It hasn't. I checked.
It needs to wait.
The Silk Merchant lives
Follow
another
Todd into
day.
the bathroom.
Do me a favour and have a look at that camera. while
I
you
want the
look
Silk
around.
Merchant to win. Oh, he's winning, I wasn't informed.
No, yeah, it's good. Like you can't see the top of it, which is nice. Like you can see the table
Yeah.
below the top of it, which is pretty cool.
Do they normally
How much
play
is
this with
paying
like
for
the
this
master
place?
blocks?
Wait.
No, not normally. No.
No?
That was just one of Geek and Sundry's things.
Yeah,
Did you pull?
I've seen
What
that,
god?
No,
He managed.
Pulled and lived.
Amazing.
That was
So
just Geek and Sundry
you
special.
you leap at the last minute. You see a chair that seems to be sat in the centre of the floor. You leap over the chair and you reach the other end of the carriage. Pull the door open. As light spills in, your nature takes over, and you look over your shoulder and you see the silhouette of a very, very tall humanoid figure stood walking very, very calmly and slowly behind you. He carries a cane, and you can hear, now that you're watching, tap as the cane hits the floor. Tap, tap. After that, you burst through, and I presume you slam the door shut behind you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As you slam the door, you are back in the floodlit carriage of another first class area. The words "expect the first ghost when the bell tolls one" still written across. They're now drying as they do, but you are now alone in the carriage.
I look at that and I go, ah. And then,
Yeah, love it.
and then I continue onwards, now with a more distinguished run.
Lord Victor, You have reached the scene of the murder.
Is anyone around?
There's a way.
Yes, Sam Schwartz is around.
You see Sam Schwartz stood. Oh, there's no. He's
Schultz.
Schwartz. He's stood at a respectable distance, like a good foot away from the body, so he's missing the pool of blood on one knee.
Yeah.
Leaning very, very much just like that, one hand like that, just inspecting the body quite closely, looking at his beard. He's, during this time of lull, he has been trying to investigate the best he can on the body, seeing to see which one of. Very bizarre how there's so many different incriminating aspects to this body, and seeing possibly if you could figure out which one is the actual the killing blow. What was the first one dealt?
Pull a block if you're going to investigate deeply.
Fuck!
Oh, poor Curtis.
You go.
Right, I've hyped myself up a lot here, so
Gotta think of
There you
things
go,
that
Tim,
make you happy.
actually.
yeah, this is what I'm
Oh,
doing.
now you tipped it. Look.
Oh,
I
sorry.
definitely deserve to
I
get
tipped it in the wrong
from
moment as well.
there.
Huh?
Why not?
Let's bring more this way.
Is that right? Sorry.
Just give them the full view. of
Watch out, you're
the
knocking
manly
everything.
chest.
Hey, I said I was a good player, not a non-destructive one.
Go on, Curtis.
Alright.
I want
Are you
that
gonna
one.
use your phone a friend joker? Curtis?
It's 50-50.
Oh my god,
You
that's
lose.
that's a nightmare. That bulk.
Why the fuck would you choose that one?
That's a good one. That's what I do as well. He's in.
That's some impressive Jenga, Curtis.
You keep doing that.
It really
You're
hits
gonna
every
have a
time.
really shit angle at the end of it.
I've greatly underestimated your ability.
Okay.
Like I said, Stoke-on-Trent Jenga
That-
champion of the world.
Pull for an, which is pretty much a perception/investigation roll, all rolled into one. Uncovers quite a bit.
Oh, nice.
So the first thing you notice is that all of the wounds that have taken place.
Double feel.
This is getting tense. All of the wounds that the murder victim or the cadaver has on him are completely and utterly post-mortem. So they were all inflicted on the body post-death. The other thing you notice is that his mouth seems a little bit askew, as if it doesn't sit right. His jaw isn't broken, but it looks as though there's something in there.
I believe I was first.
You were first.
Yes, it was Adrian, myself, and this man.
Oh, you are correct. And then well, you're both in the same room now, so
Yes, I
Yes.
know.
You probably walk in as
What-
Sam's is.
Heavy objects around, anything of the sort.
well, there's still the rapier in the body. There's still the revolver.
More close to hand.
There would be a lamp.
Right, I'd like to club him over the head with it.
Again?
Knock him out.
Pull a block.
This is as I'm opening the with a gloved hand, opening the.
Fuck! It's always.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was so smooth.
Curtis, I'm so sorry. Curtis. Or should I say, Sans. As you pull his mouth open, you see almost what would appear to you, and you don't have a huge grounding in this area in the languages of the Orient or anything like that, but you see what you assume to be a character in Mandarin burnt on this man's tongue. He also has a piece of paper in it. As you reach it out and you look at this piece of paper, it says "Revive the Emperor," written in scrawled pencil.
I knew it.
As you read this, clonk, the lights go out.
I would like to remove the rapier from the man's sternum,
You do so.
wipe it on this man, slide it into my cane, and wander back to my carriage.
Okay. Your carriage is the Expect the First Ghost carriage.
Oh,
As you open it, you see the silk merchant barreling in your direction, robes bailing madly. Frederick is suspiciously
I
missing.
thought we stopped. We've talked about rushing before.
The second he opens the door, I immediately stop still, and I just fix my ropes. Oh, fancy seeing you here.
I was hoping to sleep somewhat, but all these ghastly things written everywhere.
I was running away from a lack of duck.
It's frightfully atrocious.
While that's happening,
Are there any murderous
where are you
things
going?
in that direction?
Coming back from the cargo area,
Yeah.
back
As
towards
far as
the
I'm aware,
where we came from, which was
just
the
the
murder scene.
Mm.
So along the other
you
opposite
arrive-
end of the corridor, as they're going that way, or
to the
possibly as
dining
these
car.
coming
You
out.
arrive
for
back
a
at the
reason.
murder scene. You see the steel tycoon sprawled
Would
out
you
on the
care for a
ground.
drink?
He
I
has
brought the
a
champagne.
blood stain smeared across his back,
Come
and
in.
he is face
Can
down on the
discuss
floor
steel
across the body.
merchants, stock options.
I
Poor
stopped
at
dead
the moment.
outside the room.
Do come in,
Look
we'll
left,
discuss.
look right.
Fucking hell!
Literally.
The fuck?
I didn't catch anything they were doing.
Yeah, I was missing that conversation.
I just caught the last little bit. It's so blasé. Like stock options, please come this way.
We're discussing stock options in this room.
And these like the steel merchants are quite poor at the moment, I believe.
not going into the room because I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on here? I turn in the direction of like where the clergyman was, and then everywhere else.
For the first time, you notice a small cardboard box on the floor underneath a seat. It just so happens that you caught it at the angle as you ran in. There's a small cardboard box, maybe about this size, and it's just been placed underneath the seat.
I call out help.
Okay.
Help! It's happened again!
At this point, there is no reply.
Box. I walk towards the first class carriage area.
Before you do, you hear barreling footsteps, and you see the police commissioner, closely followed by, I do believe, the clergyman, who barrel into the carriage.
It's happened again! As you run in.
Where is he? What carriage am I in?
You're now in the murder carriage.
Okay, I stop. I look at him.
I try to like shout to you as you're coming. It's happened again.
What do you mean it's happened again?
There's another body on the floor.
I lean down to the body. Is anything missing?
From the body itself,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that the sword is gone.
Of course it fucking is.
You also notice the cardboard box this time as well. Clergyman,
the
you also
revolver.
arrived.
There's also a steel tycoon
Still
sitting
there.
on the.
It's mine, isn't it? I gotta pick up the revolver.
Got blood on him. Yeah, what are you doing with
As
all
I
this
pick up
stuff?
the revolver,
Look at him.
I pull the hammer back, slide the chamber out. How many bullets is it? That's
You
it.
both hear,
Um,
as you see, and you
Aiden?
turn, you see the police commissioner has cocked a pistol. The
gonna
pistol that
open
was
the
at the
chamber.
murder scene.
Check how many bullets it's got.
That's how I
Five.
take care of pistols by cocking them.
Shit!
Well, Todd, you let me know when I can do what I asked, okay?
Remind me, sorry.
hey,
Oh, was it the last one?
what about him?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, there, like,
That one's already.
Arnie,
What about that one?
33.
Yeah.
33.
Yeah.
From the doorway, I'm like pointing at the guy who's like lying next to the other body. Like,
Wait, there's another guy?
why haven't you been paying attention to what I'm saying?
As an
There's a
argument,
guy
it's
over
like
there.
to back off.
I head towards the other guy
Literally, like
with the
2 feet
revolver
away.
in hand.
Why have you got a gun?
Where's the one there?
Oh, this is my gun, and it seems that I've been slightly implicated in the murder by someone using it to shoot a hole in the head of this body. What the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, Rumsey. I'm passed out, mate. Don't know what you're about. I'm fucking passed out.
Yeah, is anyone going to help? I mean, he's still breathing, this guy, like.
I'm like trying to go like.
And what the fuck is he doing on the floor there?
I don't know.
You saw it. You have been in here. What happened to the tycoon lady?
Didn't come in. I kind of just saw the
Like
body
you
and
pick
shouted
up
help,
and carry
but
the
no one
tray
came. And then I was
forward
going to go
from
towards the first-hand carriage, and then you came barreling in. And I've been trying to tell you, but you picked up a gun, and it's kind of weird because you.
The
take out
gun
bullets
is
or whatever.
mine.
all right.
Someone has taken it from my box and used it.
You both hear the thud of a heart.
I head towards it.
Sort of a what?
The thud of a heartbeat, a single heartbeat,
Oh, okay.
and again.
Oh shit!
That
You
person
also
is mine.
notice the small cardboard box move an inch. That comes out from underneath the seat. You've both noticed it now. You've both chosen to ignore it. It's now thumping.
I use my foot to tip it upside down.
As you do, a heart spills out of the box.
What
and
in the
rolls
flying
across the floor.
fuck?
You recognise this.
Holy shit! I don't know what to do.
He's just shot the fucker, so what happens from
Oh,
that?
sorry, what's that? You shot the heart.
Yeah, you don't hear me. I went, what the fuck?
It goes and just bounces across the floor a little bit. It doesn't move again, but you do
I
spray
run, that is scary as fuck. I run.
Running!
I run back towards the carriage that I belong in.
Police commissioner runs. He runs past as you. That's this carriage, by the way.
I'm go fast.
I run back to my carriage.
Yep. Leaving you two alone with the prone form of the Steel Tycoon.
I mean, I think I'm still hidden, or am I still like hidden? Or?
Yeah, well, I mean, people seem to
Thinking about it.
be overlooking your presence there. Yeah, in the light things.
Truth be told, I think
So you don't
the
notice
first
me. You're
World War,
just there by
there
yourself.
won't be another
Uh,
one.
I don't notice you.
No, I've slept away a little bit previously.
Water ends all walls,
In shock, I follow Aiden because I'm like, I'm not being left alone.
Yeah.
I don't really
Following.
know weapons.
So I let him pass by. I just
Shotguns.
let him pass by.
Yeah. Okay, so you're left alone now with the prone form of Curtis.
War.
Yes.
I mean,
and,
Truth be
well, I'll
told,
go and
what would you still wage
have a look
war
at
on
this
in
heart.
this time,
That's
right?
there.
Except maybe the
It's completely
Jews.
still now.
Yeah, it's completely still. It's got a hole in it. It's had a chunk blown out of it. But it's undeniably, considering you are a holy man, you've seen some things. Undeniably human.
When was it? 1910.
Yeah, 14.
You can also smell
Oh shit!
quite keenly,
I'm clearly
and you've
visible.
noticed that your ability to smell has been ramping up for the past 20 minutes or so. Your senses are heightening.
Killing you.
You can smell that it's a female heart, young female, and your
Smell makes
the
you
saliva
sexy.
in your mouth starts to kind of
Fancy Germany.
you start to salivate.
Fucking everything about you.
I know everything
Yes.
about war.
You need to listen to this shit.
People really do. They're missing so
I
much
know, they're
shit.
just chatting amongst themselves and listen to everything.
Yeah, this is on
entire
purpose.
point.
This is on purpose, this is. So I don't want to listen to what's going on here because I don't want to know what's going on with that.
We're
So that's why
talking stock options.
that's why I'm purposely bullshitting.
It's okay, in a minute you'll all be back together.
So that you're aware, I would like to put the heart in the box and take it with me.
You do. Are you leaving the Steel Tycoon?
I don't know
I
anyway.
do, yes.
I feel
Yeah,
like I'm making
okay.
context for that one.
As you all approach the expect carriage, you hear two flamboyant voices from a nearby thing going, "Oh yes, stock options, yeah," and it's
I take offense to that one, yeah.
my deepest apologies, sir. You come in, you hear these voices. I don't know what you guys are doing. You were running, so
Following you whichever way you went.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, he follows me, I guess. I head straight back to the carriage I was in.
Yeah.
I don't notice him. I jump over the
I
crate.
do like call out to you as you're running.
I ignore
like,
him.
just
I
to
jump
say
over
no.
the crate and I fall to my knees in front of the big box.
okay. The box whispers to you.
Yep, I know it does.
Naturally.
Naturally.
He came. I don't know what's happening. But my gun was there. What do you want me to do? I gave you her soul. Tell me what to do.
Sweets. That's where I see the future. What is going on here? Sweets.
Give me an order. I am lost. The body? This has all happened in the last 30 minutes. And all that's happened in the last 30 minutes doesn't make sense to me, sir.
This is where it whispers.
Every country.
I will be reborn.
At this point,
Please
I'm just
go.
investing
Eat the
for
heart of
form's
family.
sake.
I will be reborn.
Yes, there was good sport.
I assume he thinks about the heart, right?
Yeah. Of course you do. Of course you do.
I split the hammer, I pull the hammer back of my gun
mean,
and
I
try to
think what
find the
I did was-
clergyman.
Right, sorry, gentlemen. We now return to. I can't return to Curtis because no one's roused him. He remains on the couch floor.
Just let me pass out.
They've gone in. Shit's gone down.
It's perfect.
They've left you there.
Silvered suit that's been tailored fucking 3 years
Let's,
before. It's been tailored on the fucking Orient Express, just soaking up all this blood as I'm laying on this
Important
fucking
question.
body.
Is it silk?
Oh no, it's
Who the fuck even cares?
It's complete
We now return to the wealthiest clientele of the train. You two, what's going on?
Oh, we've been talking about stock options and sweets.
Yes, of course.
Fantastic. Tap, tap, tap. That's what you hear.
Do you think that's the main course of our meal?
I hope so.
Come in.
I can't live off soup.
The lights go out and you hear the sliding door of your compartment open.
We left the main area because there was no light. We want our duck in the light, please.
Change your ways. That's all you hear. Whisper. Tap, tap, tap.
What does that mean? Do we have to go to another carriage?
It's
Do we need to go to another carriage? Where is the duck?
Pull a block. I'm trying.
Oh, fucking scumbag.
It's so grim, isn't it? He's
Scumbag
such a
tactics
scummer.
is,
I'm a fucking master.
Okay. At the last moment, you hear, as in wood that's kind of, or some kind of object that's been thrust through the air quickly. Out of instinct, your hand comes up and blocks an object travelling at speed that would have gone towards your head. It hits your hand, slaps it. It's not a blade of any type. It feels like almost like a willow switch or a cane, and you stop it, and it slaps the edge of your hand. Your move, reaction.
What can I make out in front of me?
You now, I mean, the lights have been down for about 10 seconds, so your eyes are starting to focus. So both of you would now see a very tall silhouette outlined against the windows behind the open door.
Everyone knows about German silk merchants who are skilled in martial arts. That would look like to use the martial arts of silk merchants to run.
If I could provide inspiration again, you do so. At the moment, this figure has clearly gone to attack your companion. So as you run out, you have no opposition. You bolt past this figure out into the hallway, and you have an option. So left is towards the first class dining area, the area where you originally.
Left, because that is where Frederick is.
You go left. Your companion has left.
Fully,
To
or do I
left.
get a chance to react as he goes?
You get a chance to react.
Lovely. As he goes to run, he finds a cane impeding his legs somewhat.
Ah.
Fuck off. You can't be that
You
person
can't be
again.
silk merchant.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Who
Gonna
pulls
leave
the
me
block?
to kill myself.
I have to pull a
Comes
block
out.
down.
Pull a block.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull a block.
But I think that should be me to pull a block, to be fair.
Well,
One and then the
no,
other.
you've already pulled a block for your reaction. I'm gonna take them both at the same time. So you
Let's try that one.
You put your cane out.
I don't want to try that one.
Oh.
Not the top three, I think.
Yeah, no top three. That's bullshit.
This is all bullshit.
You can have your other bullshit rules, but no top three.
This is all horrible. Who the fuck did this?
We all did.
It was mainly Mike.
I had to pull
Realistic.
one
It was
of
mainly
them.
Mike.
I blame John.
Everyone is him.
This is all.
Nobody is innocent.
You're not looking hard enough, son.
I'm not looking hard enough.
Go low.
Low.
Bottom lock, bottom lock.
Oh, trust me, I'll be dancing to that tomorrow.
Fucking get you bastards back together. That's what I need to do.
Am I allowed to use two hands or one hand?
One. But you can flick them if you want. That might be what you're looking for. Gators.
Ah,
Far out as
he's
you can.
nearly there.
Fucker.
He's so close.
Is it going to be like Hannah? Is it going to die every time?
Oh my
Oh, that was
gosh!
smooth. That was.
Fair enough.
That is German efficiency!
Unbelievably, in the dark, you see this cane come out from the gentleman that you've been chatting with, literally
He is
for at
coming.
least 40 minutes, and felt that you had a good, strong business connection with. But using your German martial arts, you jump over the open cane and go left down towards the first class carriage.
I mean, I understand this because the three steps of business are profit, investments, and murder. I don't think this is gonna worsen our connection in any way.
Incredible.
Oh, wow.
Early stages of negotiations.
Wow, fantastic.
leaving nothing there. You've just had a cane on your hand. You've just blocked it. You've tried to prevent your companion from running away. This figure has completely dissolved in front of you. You can hear the footsteps of the retreating silk merchant.
Do the lights return?
Not yet.
Okay. I would like to shut my carriage door, light my lighter on the table, and he left half a bottle of champagne, so I'm going to down that one.
Done. You don't even have to pull a box. You do it all in one. Okay. What the fuck?
Failed investment.
I'm sorry, Curtis. It would be your turn now, but you're still pretty much out of it.
Can I roll 1d4 from the hours I'm maybe out for?
Right. In the
Or can I drink your last San Miguel?
It's mine.
Oh.
It is mine, and you can.
Oh, Liam. You're too good to me.
Can you
regret
bring me
this.
my last Brewdog IPA, please?
I will.
Thank you.
Right. In the carriage, Liam, you are kneeling at the foot of this almost 6 foot by 2 foot wide box.
Yeah.
It has just spoken to you.
Yeah, I stand up.
Middle left?
It's not this one, is it?
No, it's a
I stand up. I turn around.
Okay. I got
I know what I have to do. I pull the hammer back on my revolver, and I search for him.
Okay.
The one I saw box the heart.
Right. Matt, where are you?
What?
I'm fairly certain I heard what he was talking to the box.
Lord, it was the nourishment, yeah.
I was following worriedly.
Small corner.
left.
Yeah.
Middle left.
In
Would you like some protein?
Is that to me?
There is no can there.
is what I was calling.
Did someone else drink it?
Hello?
Seeing as you
Oh,
were
someone moved it then, yeah.
kneeling and talking to a box, I've retreated somewhat and got kind of gone to back to the doorway. And I'm just staring as you stand
Fuck
and
me
turn
dead hard.
with a gun drawn.
Sorry, mate, I'll get my revenge and void heart.
How's the consciousness doing for you?
Hello? Who is there?
It's pretty close.
Jack!
Jack!
Jackram!
In a second,
Jackram!
you're going to do a block
Are
pull.
you alright?
I walk towards Jackram.
You
I
walk
put
towards
the
him.
gun in its holster.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Oh no.
I'm fine, boy.
Unconsciousness.
You ran off and left me alone.
I would like you to leave me alone for a little bit. Now, but wait a minute. Friend, did you see where the clergyman, did you see where he went?
I left him in the room. Cause
Do you remember the fact that there was that box?
the one with the thing that he shot,
Yeah, where did that go?
it was still on the floor.
It was on the floor the last time you seen it.
I ran.
Where? What about the heart? Where did you find it? What is it? What is it about?
I don't know, mate. Never.
I said
to you.
What is it about?
I don't know. It was a thumping, and it's a discombobulated.
That is fine, sir.
In the clearest
Thank you.
voice you've ever heard, he lies to you.
You're lying to me. I pulled the gun and pointed to his head.
Fucking hell, mate.
I said, tell me where the heart is.
Back in the room.
Thank you. I holster it and we'll go towards the room.
Cool. Nice. Jackram, you feel a thrill that you haven't felt in 19 years.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of years as well.
It's a lot of years. Or it's almost as if that moment of life and death awakens in you, and all of a sudden you are back in the smoggy walking slowly behind someone, and you feel as though there is prey on the train.
There's what on the train, sorry?
Prey.
Pray tell.
Light bulbs.
5 up there.
You fucking prick.
I think it's between the first and the
As
second.
Aiden passes me, I pull out from my pocket the item that I taken earlier.
Yeah.
Flip it open.
Yeah.
And seeing as Aiden's no longer paying attention to me, I lift it gently, ever so gently, across his throat and pull with all my might.
Okay. you're going to need to pull 2 blocks.
Oh, you're. This is a moment. It's good. It's fine. This is one of those kind of game-defining moments anyway, so it has to do.
Fuck.
I love Dread. So good.
It is good.
The heavy breathing
Was
makes
she
it.
was she slain by that way?
What's that, sorry?
Was she slain that way?
You'll be told.
Remember that it's only 3
Just
from
so you know,
top, so
there
you can
isn't
start
2
going with the only
soundtracks,
ones we
great.
put on top as well.
Any particular one?
If you manage that, I think you should win.
Just they're all great. Like
Yeah,
they
you've
go
got
through
trumpets
they're
and
like
double
boss
stack
background,
that. That was
Yeah,
fucking.
that's-
all the way through. They were
You've done it
at the
really
police station.
You're a fucking monster, man.
I'm just going to put on hold 2 hours.
Full time, just go.
Sorry.
Yeah, that state
like-
it wouldn't stand
Yeah,
it. You drop it and go.
There's adverts in this one, so be careful.
Do you not have,
Sorry about the back
It's not
screen.
mine. It says I've got premium.
oh yeah, I meant like.
Was that 1?
That is 1.
1.
Where did you take that
Because
from?
he's streaming it from his phone.
Yeah, I've got premium, which can have
That's what I'm
adverts.
blocking our phone.
Premium YouTube.
I've tried that block on phone.
It's been going for about 2 months.
I know what premium YouTube is. I've just never known anyone to actually use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or pay for it.
They started
Well, I can
plugging
download
it.
like pods and everything.
More seriously
it's all
now.
to work. I've got a fuck ton of downloaded shit. It's all like data. I don't access my data and stuff. Even if I did, I can
Have a
get my
look.
phone
Have a
and
look at your tower. Have a look at it instead of touching. Have a proper look from all the different
There's a
sides.
German advancing on me. I feel like Poland.
all like Poland.
Blitzkrieg!
And like Poland, I avoided all obstacles. I don't know. I miss so much. I wouldn't want.
Poor effort. Poor effort. I think you might have seen
See
one.
what I mean?
I've
It's
seen.
great.
It's probably
Yeah,
a great
you
show.
need no
I think I've done enough World War II jokes.
Yeah.
This evening.
Oh, he wants to. If you want to kill me, son, you're gonna have to pull the block.
But one of the better ones lately was Dunkirk 2. Bow
You
hard.
might have just gone and done it.
That was the one I was looking at. I told you, Luke, from all the angles. Look how fucking gappy that
I
is.
fucking hate this.
It's all that way.
Yeah. Very well,
do,
here,
you
lads.
do you want to put in the Jenga rule into our weekly game? Because I feel like we would die less.
You reach up behind him. I'm really sorry to put you through this, because you put the knife through his throat. Aiden, you feel cold steel against your throat. And as it happens, the door bursts open. And you hear... And the door bursting open is enough to freeze Jackram in his tracks for a split second. In the door is a figure. That figure is making some seriously pained sounds. Clergyman.
Yes. And at this point, I assume that's me, right?
And it is you.
Yeah.
It's a different
And you
clergyman.
hear some. As I leap out, as whoever's closest to me.
His body contorts and changes and is bubbling and rippling, and his arms are getting larger. They're changing in the format of the joints to adjust to something else. And you see, as you're frozen, literally the gentleman behind you frozen, watching with a blade at your throat as this happens, and he leaps.
I say, Jackram, get your fucking steel off of my throat so we can kill this cunt.
I quickly pull my hand away and dart back a step into the cargo bay. No, I don't kick. I don't kick the commissioner forward. I stare in horror at the rippling, bubbling form as it advances towards us both and go, agreed.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Pull a block away.
Oh, you just hear me go, where is the heart?
He's got to run. He's got to
Where is the fucking heart, you freak? I need it.
Kill little, Arno. He's gonna let all his emotions out next Sunday.
Where is the heart? Before I blow your brains out.
I'm not certain
Exactly.
that thing has
It's all we
brains
got.
I
in it.
hope that's a promise. I paid way too much to remember anything.
Shit. Now,
Right.
no one's dying! Okay.
We're
You
all too
leap-
good in Jenga.
You leap, you really are. You leap across the room. You feel one of your claws raking flesh, and at the same time, Jackram, you feel something tear across your face and whip your neck to the side. As you reach up, you feel something warm. You then hear something scramble, and there is a sound of something pattering across the metal floor in the cargo bay. It cracks into something, and you hear the sound of splintering wood. And all of a sudden, as you watch through the gloom, you see a fourth figure slowly stand. So
Aiden?
here's what you see in front of you. You see the figure of the police commissioner with his revolver upwards. You see this shape that is barreling around the room and has just made a pass at you. And you see a fourth figure standing slowly upward.
Oh fuck! Oh my god, we are fucked.
I turn to the closest window.
I'm just waiting for someone to just swipe it.
I want to see if anything will rattling whilst, like, you know, holding my jaw with the blade in my hand, like, what the fuck is going on around here?
Pause. Curtis, pull a block.
Curtis,
Come on, let's go wake up and fuck everyone up.
is that the goal?
Yeah, definitely now.
I think the goal was sweet investment.
We've got contorting,
I said
we've got
the whole
contorting
Your
clergymen.
goal was always
One
duck.
hand. Curtis, one hand.
One
That
hand,
was the whole thing.
Oh, God,
one
it's
hand
still
at a time.
No, one hand. This is two hands.
One hand at a time.
That's alright, then, as long as you don't use two fingers at the same time.
Yeah, that's absolutely reasonable.
Four hands at the same time, yeah, me too.
This is
Curtis,
unbelievable.
Yes,
instead of
four.
Brexit, think of Bloxit.
If only we could
And I
have
feel
blocked
like
it
this is borderline cheating. That's it.
at this point.
Just
Fight for survival.
Yank.
Yo, dead son.
Yanked like you've never yanked before.
Yanked like,
Oh, he's
like
gonna get
Rachel
this
is
one.
here.
It's
Yanked
fine.
like 8
Well,
hours.
it's just a roll for him to wake up.
No, he's fighting off compulsion at the moment.
Oh.
You know, I'm at my parents' place on Monday. If they ask me what I did this weekend, I don't want to say, oh yeah, we were at the strip club.
I just say play Jenga.
Yeah.
Take
I assume the role of a silk
The
merchant.
follow-up question, you paid €300 to go play Jenga in England? Yes. Oh, fucking Curtis. Curtis.
I'm so pissed right now as well.
Continents move
How many
faster
minutes
than you
to
play
midnight?
Jenga.
You're
It's
like,
gone.
you're like 6 meters down.
Your eyes snap open
Wait.
in the dining
We're gonna
area.
get Curtis proper drunk tomorrow and it's gonna
Tomorrow I'll be fucking a mess.
You can hear in your ear as if there was someone talking in the room as your eyes snap open. You're still alone with the body in the dining area. There are two gentlemen. Kill them for me. Now you can choose to ignore that.
Oh fuck me, am I in the dining area?
Yep.
Kill them for me and I'll reward you.
I would like to not be in the dining area.
so I can. Where are the two gentlemen? Sorry.
Dining area.
Definitely not the best.
So so I've heard there's two gentlemen in the dining area. Kill them for me and I'll
Are my
reward you.
thighs involved in this? Thank you.
Oh, I see what you... Yeah, you got it. He wipes it off.
That fucking dagger. I knew it was yours.
I like the fact that he tried to wipe the blood off on himself, but he's probably just put more on it.
Yeah, I guess it's from
saturated.
Blood on your back, blood on your front, blood everywhere else. Or I go change.
Nice.
The fuck is that?
Why would they
It
let
was a
us
lighting
everywhere?
situation in the carriage.
It's dark, but you can see perfectly.
Oh my god. You fucking
Fucking
asshole.
throw.
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
walk straight through out of the murder carriage. What do I see right in front of me?
You walking out the murder carriage, you see the door to the expect carriage, which is the only carriage between you and where the voices asked you to go.
I head on my way.
Okay. Mike. What's your deal? What you up to?
I'm drinking champagne.
You
My
are.
champagne. That's very important.
It is very important, to be fair, because it's feathery. And as you're sitting there drinking
I
champagne,
believe he left it as a gift.
you see the Still Tycoon walk past. You notice him.
Business yet to come.
At that moment, the lights in the carriage flicker back on, and you literally stop staring at each other. Oh, is that a thrown dagger?
Yeah, that's a thrown dagger.
Pull a block.
Look at that shitting tower.
Wait for me last time. Oh fuck! There's a lot of weight on that one.
Fucking Curtis. Going for the...
I like that we're not playing Fury actually, because I'd have been fucked then.
I like the way the music turned into something nice and oh no, there we go.
That's not in Resident Evil 2.
Curtis, this can't be the...
Oh my god!
You take the dagger out of your pocket.
Here we go.
I'm a poop. And you go to throw it, and at that moment, the lights in the carriage flicker out again. As you're stuck there in the moment, trying to work out where he is to throw the dagger, you feel... You find a rapier embedded in your throat.
I always knew Curtis would go out this way.
And he is dead. He spent the whole time out, and then he got up, and he's about to do something, and then died.
God, that tower was fucking hard
The
there.
submersion
Didn't even touch that much then.
suddenly feels like someone
Well,
with
these
less
guys.
net worth than him died.
Stoke champion of the world.
Mate, there was a lot of fucking weight on that block. That was hard. That was. I was feeling it to feel how much like pressure was on it. It was just top lens on the blast.
Where are you going?
Grisly shit has occurred. I don't know.
Can you try and
Please
make
tell
it
me
a
more
stable
about
one?
the train at large.
No, because more towers get taken out. More blocks. Once one person's died,
I was waiting for someone to ask that.
more get taken out.
This carriage here
I have to wait for Todd to ask me how many
is
was taken
storage, which is... This carriage here
Anna, do you know when the
is
place where
murder.
the virgin is? Yes.
out. He's been there.
This carriage here is where you currently are. This is the expect carriage and the first class platforms. This carriage here is first class dining.
Where's the main engine?
Dinner here, this way. No one's gone that way yet, weirdly
No, we
enough.
haven't.
I also got drunk on the plane. They were so...
Sorry, where you are,
Alright.
murder.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a look, see if light has been restored in the first class
I was
dining
on
area.
last call for my plane,
It has not been.
and then they upgraded me. They were
I
like,
would still
"Oh, you're
like to go in
tall.
there
Have a seat
with
in
my
the
lighter
front."
still. It was the
And I got
bonus.
bonus
Yeah.
leg
One
room.
more along.
As you go in, you see your friend,
More.
the silk merchant, please, if that's okay.
How many?
I have retrieved Frederick, I hope.
You have.
Afraid I finished
Yeah,
the
two from the
champagne.
bottom, a couple from
afraid
here.
there's
Let's
still
make it
no
really
duck.
awkward and wonky.
But there is a bar.
There is a
Pretty.
I motion towards the bar and
Please
take
don't
a
repeat
seat.
going
over to one side
I will take a seat.
Proper on a pedestal.
And pull a bottle
that's-
of
that's
brandy
an impossible
from
tower to
the
start
back of
with,
the bar.
really.
Yeah.
Pour a glass for me and the silk merchant.
I think we were discussing stock options before murder and all of that happened.
I believe you were. And as you're sat there talking, the conductor comes back in. Unbelievable. The train is quite literally hurtling towards your death, and you two are here discussing where the duck is and stock options.
More troublesome is why you haven't resolved the train thing.
Because I don't want to resolve the train thing. I killed the driver so that no one could resolve the train thing. And you see, it looks really unnatural, almost demented.
That's problematic.
That is problematic. You know how we solved this journey?
Please tell me.
I was pouring in a bottle of what are we drinking?
Champagne.
Champagne.
Is
I
that okay?
throw the bottle at his face.
Brandy. It was brandy.
3 blocks.
3 fucking blocks from
As he throws the brandy in, I'm following it up with the lighter that I had in my hand.
Oh, no! In that case, can you pull 3 blocks? Can you pull 3 blocks?
Can we do one each?
One at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems fair.
I tell you what, I will round it up to you can pull 4 blocks, 2 each.
I've pulled 2. I'm done with
Oh,
that.
okay.
That's alright, you're lucky. You're the first one to pull from the new tower.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, you've already done the bottom ones. That's no fun.
Liam knows you too well. That's a mistake.
The stakes are higher now.
Oh, knows how Adrian plays the game.
I need to wait that so I don't.
Amazing. You throw this bottle incredibly well. It's aimed perfectly towards his face. It takes him by surprise, but again, it's really, really strange the way he's at. His body language is all over the place, and as he looks at it, he kind of twists upwards as if he's expecting it. The lighter almost arcs perfectly and meets the brandy bottle the moment it shatters on his face, igniting the entire body. For a moment, he kind of stumbles. His entire body's awash with flame, and at the moment, he's kind of stopped. He's still stood, looks up, run along now, and starts running at you.
He runs at us.
He starts running at you.
On fire.
On fire.
I'd like to flamboyantly Johnny Depp run.
I'll allow it. Your companion has run.
Yes, Johnny Depp run. I would like to up this. I would like to drunk Johnny Depp run.
Oh!
He stops for a moment. He goes, Johnny Depp, and continues running. And as you run through the first carriage, which is your areas. You jump over the body of Curtis. Not even. Sorry, you keep doing that. I need to pull a block. You jump over the body of Sam's, who is literally left blown on the floor, a rapier still through his throat. You jump through the next one, past the birded body, and you stumble into this absolute clusterfuck of a scene. You see, all of a sudden, the lights switch on. You've burst in. There is the police commissioner holding his revolver. What can only be described as a humanoid, large, hulking wolf, which is bumbling around the carriage, destroying various things and leaping towards people. We have the costermonger stood there with his arms crossed, he's holding a straight razor, and what can only be described as a rotting corpse that is standing on its own 2 feet.
I would like to take a moment to talk about destiny, because destiny meets everyone in life, and the silk merchant, as he sees the hulking beast, finds his destiny again, as 500 years of history reveal the moment they started hunting werewolves. And the silk merchant sees it and grabs the fur and pulls it in front of the thing chasing them that is on fire.
Oh! I'll allow it, but you need to knock down the tower.
I need to knock down
Heroic
the tower.
sacrifice.
Yeah, I'll allow that to happen, but
Don't
you need to knock
physically
down the tower.
knock it down, yeah.
So I die, but
Yeah.
he dies, yeah?
Yeah.
How did I do with my smoke?
Would your character do that?
No, he wouldn't. He's a rich man, I'm not knocking down.
It's an amazing idea, but it would have to be a knock.
I'm not doing that then. I'm just running. But I see the beast and I realize destiny and I do all of that, but I just don't kill myself.
The scene plays out in your mind. You're like, yeah, that's great. Then you think, no. Okay. Victor,
Yes.
you also arrived to see this scene. Did you hear what I said a moment ago?
I'm not really bothered. I'd like to keep making haste towards storage.
You are there.
Lovely.
You see the police commissioner holding his revolver. You're still being chased by a flaming man. You see the costermonger holding a straight razor that has got a tiniest piece of blood on it. You see a hulking humanoid wolf scrambling around, shattering wood, and you see a rotting corpse standing on its own 2 feet.
Fuck this. I'd like to exit the door at the rear of the storage.
You would have to pull 4 blocks to get past all of it.
I refuse.
Here we go.
Okay. You run. You make it past. You make it past Jackram, who is standing there with his razor out. You make it past the police commissioner, who's holding his revolver.
No, I shoot him. Straight in the gut.
Pull 2 blocks.
The moment I get an attack of opportunity.
In 15 minutes.
Ranged weapon? What?
One hand, Liam.
You fool! Can you believe that amateur?
When this game's over, I'm going to shake the silk merchant's hand. I've been waiting for it for a very long time.
I just shoot him in the gut as he goes to walk past me. You ain't going back there, boy!
Crack. You feel feel something bite you in the stomach. It's hideous pain, and you fall to the ground.
Where is the heart?
You are on the ground. As you are, you feel cold hands reach around your neck and lift you up, and you are face to face with the eyeless sockets of what appears to be a mummified corpse that speaks to you in a language you don't understand.
Blithering idiot, kill this thing!
Is he talking to me?
I believe so. Yeah.
Why would I when he controls every action I do and I walk away?
Arnie.
Yes. Well, at this point, I just smile at the words being spoken by.
Oh shit! Did you create anti-Liam?
No, as you mentioned, like the heart and where is it? You just see him lick his lips a little bit.
Did you fucking eat that?
I mean, maybe. I don't say that obviously.
I mean, you have problems.
I charge at. Well, I think at this point, probably the easiest is Liam. He's just shot his gun. I have some time, I reckon, and I go and charge for him to try and finish him off.
I just scream, "Sal, Yana, if you're there, I could do with your fucking help. So strangling the damn toff."
I would like to pull out Frederick and pull the what's it called?
The cord.
Cord.
I love you.
And reveal the gun inside.
Shit! Oh my gosh.
And
Okay.
shoot the werewolf.
Oh, okay. Alright, here's how this is going to go down.
There's a gun in the fucking
I've
don't know
never
how
experienced PvP of this magnitude in Dread ever before. So how the fuck does this work?
Back. It's like that scene in Inglourious Bastards where they're in the basement and they'll just shoot each other.
Yeah, just all
Just
It is.
let us all pull a block, and if it goes through, we succeed, and we might not kill each other.
Here's how this is going to work. You are starting with Arnie, moving on to around this way to the Silk Merchant. Mike, you will get an action if you wish.
I would love an action, especially as he caught the thing away, hopefully dropping me.
Oh yeah, you can still get.
So, I'm going to turn this, and I have to, I'm afraid, into a turn-based event. So, Arnie, you're going to get a turn. I can't do anything about it, I'm afraid. Arnie, you're going to get a turn. You're going to pull a block.
Liam, excuse me.
This is till death then, this is. Till
Oh, yeah.
someone dies. Oh, that's nice. Smooth.
Your action.
Yeah, just kill Liam's character. Bite him in the neck and tear out his
Joke killer.
arteries.
You're going to need to pull more than one. Pull 3.
Alright.
I mean, the more he pulls, the worse my pulls are gonna be.
Yeah.
Such is.
Good luck.
Beautiful, Anna.
Self-defense mechanism.
I love that malfunction is called. Malformation.
Like, that's so thick it can knock the tower over itself.
Or hold it up for that matter.
Beautiful.
That was awful.
I tried a bit of.
Oh shit. Get off of me, you damn
One
whoreson!
more, did you say?
One more.
One more.
Yeah, I grab his jaws. I'm like, get out of my fucking face! Goddamn mutt! I'm trying to pull the revolver up underneath his chin as I hold his jaw open.
Who are you firing at?
The werewolf. You know, 500 years of destiny and all that.
Of course, yeah.
Frederick's been passed down for generations for this moment.
Silver.
The purple giraffe.
No one expects the purple giraffe.
No one.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Have a proper look from this side.
I was worried why it was purple, but beyond that,
Yeah,
maybe you can hold it
looking
too
isn't
tightly.
the issue. You need to feel it as well.
It's gotten purple from all the waiting for the ducks.
gone past, way past blue. So it's all purple.
Fucking hell, Anna. How are
Oh, you're fucked.
you? Am I east the next?
No, I'm fucked.
Yeah, Liam, your throat's been torn out. However,
I'm
you're
the one
still Cotus
shooting him.
Mentis.
I slip back, holding my throat, like gun in one hand. Oh fuck! And I begin retreating back towards the coffin.
Okay.
I burst
coffin.
back away from him and head back towards the sarcophagus.
Silk Merchant, moving target, 3 blocks.
3 blocks from the.
Well, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm fucked up. Apparently, I'm fucked.
No, I'm dead. I just
Can't
got a
refuse
limited
around
time period before I can
Yeah, I can't refuse. But
But your action won't go through and you'll suffer a penalty.
You refuse.
It's all
No, from
horrible.
the top 3.
What the fuck did this?
Me?
Yeah, Arnie fucked you up proper bad and then took his blocks out.
What the fuck are you, a werewolf, Anna?
Yep, sorry.
Shit on a brick. What?
I mean, you have a gun, and I feel it's fair play.
Well, I didn't know I had a gun until I said I pulled it out.
Jesus.
That's one.
Jesus.
It seems that we're all quite good at Jenga.
Except for Curtis, who said he was good at Jenga.
I love it. He's like,
I'm coming around.
Okay, yeah, right. And then he
turns
dies
out,
He just
first.
doesn't appreciate the dread skill.
I know, if it's
I'm alright, thanks.
I'm the single
Sorry,
person
second.
representing
Yeah.
Germany in all of this, so I have to.
If there's one more beer, I would like one.
Fuck me.
Liam's the last beer, is alright to send it.
Yeah, it's alright. It's good time.
Thank you.
That's one more.
I'm tired and I'm like tipsy. I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't need another one.
I haven't had any in a while.
I've had.
Oh, he's been very fast and loose with this.
Oh
Why
shit!
not
I've had
do
all
it?
of my beers but one,
Get
so
fast,
I'm
get
pretty sure
loose.
that's it.
Oh, fucking
Did we
hell.
just do all of them?
Yeah.
Fuck you for
Holy
so much!
shit.
Ah!
10.
Bang!
9.
Shot goes off.
Eight.
Fires in the chaos.
7.
You didn't
You
sell
feel
this
it,
much
and
silver
the
being
moment it
hands
enters
in.
into your arm starts to fizzle, burn, and you feel your
3,
life force slipping away.
2.
Uh,
Yourself.
Victor, you've been dropped.
And I'm near the door. The rear-
Mate, have you seen
know I was gonna
Have you seen the piss on that? Look at it from here. It's like that.
Door.
Yeah.
So,
I call myself towards and pull down on the door.
as you open the door, all you see beyond is you hear first, and you feel the cold hit you immediately as you open the door, and you notice that the second-class carriage that should be there is gone. All you see is blizzard and retreating track.
Perfect. It has been
Fuck the
blizzarding. I take my opportunity and throw myself into the snowdrift to the side of the train.
Oh,
As you do, you fling and you spin in the air, and the snowdrift is at least 8 feet deep. It's a safe landing. There's no harm you can physically do to yourself. As you spin, you see maybe about, think ahead, let's say about 4 or so miles away, 5 or so miles, you see the lights of a large sprawling city, and you land safely in a snowdrift. Victor. Out. I got Victor, sorry. Jackram.
I was actually going to help Victor up and towards the door,
As
realising
you step towards it, your foot kicks something wet and slippery, and it rolls across the floor. As you spot it, you see that it is the heart that you found in the cardboard box. It lands at Liam's feet as he's stumbling away with his throat torn out.
I see it.
Oh yeah.
I look down at it and look at him and point the gun at him.
I wave and dash out the door.
Well, that's fine.
Which way? What, the same one?
Yep.
As Mike?
Yeah.
Safe landing again. You land probably about 60 feet away. However, you can see him. He's landed. He's made a huge dent in the thing. You've successfully rolled out. Liam.
Well, I thought that the wolf had eaten the heart, but I guess not. So
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
I don't know if I was listening.
Sorry, what was it?
I said, I thought the werewolf had eaten the heart. I thought he had eaten it, but I guess he hadn't.
Oh, had you?
Well,
Oh, no.
that wasn't the intent of getting it into my room, but yeah, never mind.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say you had it on your person when you changed, so I presume
that's
it
all right.
dropped.
Continue with the story. No, that's fine.
I reach down, I pick it up, smile, go to rush back to the carriage with Zhao Yun's body.
You're rushing back to the carriage. Yeah.
With the heart in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're there. You're right in front of him. He's still there. You can see everything.
I fall to my knees. Master! And then I bring it to my lips and goes, why don't you just tell me what you need? You said you needed this.
Eat it.
Of course. And I take a chunk out of it with my teeth.
As you do, flash. You see the face of Jackram stabbing you in the middle of a London street as you scream. Stabbing you over and over and over again. Repeatedly.
Oh, I
Flash, flash. And as your eyes open again and you flashed out, all you see
It's Suzanne.
is yourself on the ground through the eyes of the mummified corpse.
I stand up. I know what this means. You're telling me who did it.
You're watching yourself on the ground bleed out. Your figure literally falls down. You're watching yourself from above.
In London streets.
No, it's from the eyes of the mummy. You are now looking from the perspective of the Emperor.
Reach my hands up. It's me, right?
Yeah.
Do I know the truth?
Oh, you know the truth now. You know all.
Well, I'm gonna go find Victor, aren't I? Not Victor. I'm gonna go find Jackram.
He's jumped out. He's jumped out the carriage.
But with,
He's already jumped.
I turn to the side of the metal train and I rip the wall open.
Yeah.
And then as the snow drifts past me, I smell you. And I leap out into the wind, land in the snow. They think they got away, you need to bring them back in.
Yeah. Jackram, you're not done, mate.
Neither's fucking Victor.
Neither's Victor. You're left on the train with a very injured werewolf who is now weeping in the corner.
I present myself in my full stature and the silk robes. You know, they cover a lot. I'm actually quite muscular underneath. And I connect my neck. I say, I show you why they call this the Silk Road.
Amazing.
And I turn the gun around and with the, I use it as a club.
Pull one final block.
Is this to do the killing blow to him or what?
I'm gonna go around again.
Look at this tower, for fuck's sake.
That was really good.
Don't mess with the silk merchant. Fuck me.
Yeah, you fuck, bro. You fuck.
I can do it.
Oh! See, I did that last time, it fucking went on me.
Oh, not the last three.
Yeah, you need to put
One
the
hand.
malfunction.
And
The
one
Resident
hand.
Evil 2 malfunction on.
This is garbage.
It's the malfunction 1 or 2
All
or
of
3.
these are horrible.
Malfunction of malformation
right?
or some bullshit, that's what it's called.
Oh.
The silk merchant has fallen.
Okay, so
And
with your last vestiges of energy, you see the silk
burst of
merchant
energy.
flip his pistol open, go to hit you. What
I
happened?
just lay there, like sort of pretending to be dying. And then, as he gets close enough to be in range, I just leap out and with a final rake of my claw, just take his throat out.
Oh, he's down.
Man. Oh, they killed you again.
Profits!
Amazingly done. Okay,
not done with you.
as that happens, that's the last thing you see before your eyes dim slowly, and you fade.
You might survive this compared to everyone else.
Victor. Oh, I don't think you will.
I didn't know the game. I didn't
Not Victor, I keep saying that. Jackram.
would actually
You are
some
fully awake in the snow. The first thing you see is the train disappear into the lights of what you assume is the city of Constantinople. As it rages in, you hear all you can hear is the sound of the wind, the raging kind of howl of the blizzard. You're already
Watch this
instantly
draw.
soaked through and absolutely
I will
cold.
fucking kill that man. Scum.
The same thing that Victor sees as well. You see him like 10 feet away. He stands up in the snow, looks at you.
10, 16.
Well, I can't keep track of measurements. As you do, you see a ginormous... He's going to... I would like this for dramatic effect, but it's not going to happen. You see you hear a ginormous kind of wrench of steel, even as far away as you are, and a cataclysmic kind of explosion, at least 100 foot high, as the train seemingly collides with something like an absolute missile or the end of the track.
Oh shit!
Lights completely up the sky. You see smoke plume rise really, really... Oh, didn't alarm, that's annoying. Again, at least 100 foot high, and you're left in the cold snow. The only thing you can see is this ginormous smoke plume, this lighting up of the sky, and Victor himself.
I pick myself up, dust myself off. All the clod and snow that will instantly gripped you.
Fuck,
Wave to Victor, wander over, see that he's somewhat wounded, and offer an arm. No worries, chap. We've got business.
I need to get to the city.
I'm not certain the city's much of a city, but we'll go that way.
Hospital.
Agreed.
I try and wrap my arm around his shoulder to let him take some burden.
Absolutely.
Wrap my arm around him.
A figure appears through the gloom. It was walking towards you very, very slowly. Liam.
You killed her.
Prove it.
I just began walking like a zombie. I saw you kill her.
Should have done something about it then, shouldn't you?
I could not prove it. And I rushed towards him.
I would like to draw the rapier from the cane and try and put the thumb of it into his hand, and then just drop down to the side.
Yeah. You are now standing with a rapier in front of this obvious mummified corpse.
I take a good grip of the rapier, test its weight, pull out my straight razor, trusty.
I stand before him like an animal, arms outstretched as if I've got claws.
He killed her with that brazier.
I know! I'm gonna rip you apart for what you did to her. You killed my daughter.
Again, prove it.
Let's go. I'm just gonna try to rip his body in half.
In a guard position as the mummified corpse lunges towards me.
17 blocks.
I take a step to the side.
Congratulations.
He probably will survive
the
this.
rapier, shove it through the leg of the approaching.
You tell me what you want to do, and then
approaching enemy, and at the same time pull my trusty straight razor as quickly across the jawline / neck area.
I don't think you understand how fucking sick this guy is. I have no idea there's a reason I shouldn't have trusted that fucker.
10 blocks.
The fuck? There's no way you can do that!
Of course there is. Easy.
Can he refuse halfway through, like, type thing?
Are you trying to kill each other?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna rip him to shreds.
Maybe they should do one.
I was
One each. Maybe we should just do a Jenga game until someone
Maybe we
dies.
should just do one each.
The thing is, I'm just waiting for someone just to...
It's so difficult to refuse in PvP.
It is. It's so difficult to DM PvP in Dread. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
insanely hard.
Also, just for flavour, I would like to be eating as hard as the train explodes.
Yeah. Just literally, you just see this literally dining on the silk merchant as everything goes up around him.
Didn't get my dock!
There's a kid just walking through the streets of Constantinople as the explosion goes off, and all of a sudden, and she finds in her hand a purple stuffed giraffe, like, it's falling from the sky.
With a gun in it.
Yes. The fuck? Who put this tower together?
Me,
Why am I putting your tower?
because I built it back.
He likes the way you put his tower.
Dirty bastard.
Why am I putting the tower?
That's the first one. There's no way you're gonna do this.
Is that only number one?
That's only number one.
Fucking hell.
1 of 10.
Fuck's sake, man.
If you get 10, you kill me.
You don't know that.
You killed her.
Oh, what you want?
I'm gonna rip you apart.
It doesn't have 4 attacks.
You don't understand. You're a serial killer. They don't deserve to live.
Oh,
Jury and executioner now, are we?
I said you made the connection.
I will tear you apart.
Just grab like the bottom 5 rows and take them all out.
I'm so very impressed.
Put your hand like that.
95%
Fucking
of the
flood
game
me.
just talking about Slobber.
Can I see your sheet now?
I'm nothing shooting.
Oh, we're going to read them all in a minute, Arnie. Like, we'll read them all out in a second. Yeah.
I
It's the
will
Guardians of the Galaxy.
kill you. There is nothing you can do. As we collide,
I'll play
your
old Halo.
blow goes to
Where are you
my
at, Matt?
side. But guess what? I'm a mummified corpse. Dust comes flying out of my throat.
How many do you
We
have?
twist,
2?
we turn, we dance
You need 10.
in melee.
Yeah, this is not gonna happen with 10. It's just not.
I feel like someone else should have made the tower. I feel like this is rigged.
I didn't rig it, I just built it again.
Rigged.
You fit the Bioshock soundtrack.
Yeah, fucking
And I'm out of alcohol.
Good space.
Fucking Dead Space, man.
Mm.
Fucking top
This,
tier.
this is
I've
wrong.
drunk away all of Liam's beer.
Lick it out.
Tippity
Don't
top.
you tell me how to flick things.
Fucking yank that from there. Yank it, you sound. I'd have fucked you on that one because I'd have said it needs to be the top 3 completed.
I
But
can't believe I was a
let you have
werewolf.
it.
Yeah, that's a nice twist, wasn't it?
I didn't know werewolves were in the game.
Well, I didn't know either until I asked and...
Dread, you just go fucking wild. I've had some fucking ridiculous ones before.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's why there was a gun and there was a giraffe.
I think this is the most normal character I've ever played in Dread.
Yeah, he didn't really get anything done except for hitting someone over the head with a lamp.
Yeah, really fucked me with that.
Well, it's just a rich arsehole, that's something else. it's just a
Where are you at,
difference.
sir?
Yeah, and I tried to throw a knife
This is
at you, and
number
apparently
4.
I'm so fucking concussed, so I just miss and get stabbed in the throat.
Oh shit, he's actually getting
Very
there.
well.
That was the 4th one?
Yeah.
If he plays it smart, he should be able to do it, because you just strengthen the tower up as you take different pieces up. And put weight on the ones that obviously you don't want to.
Curtis, first one knocked out talking about Jenga strategy.
Yeah. Did you see the state of the tower I was playing with?
You killed her!
Number, Matt?
I don't ever
This is
want
number
to see
5.
the state of the tower.
Number 5?
Yeah.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's already done 5.
Oh, so this is 6.
Yeah. Well, you gave him a chance to kill me,
Yeah.
and I think he might pass.
It's the most blocks ever requested in a Dread game yet.
Yeah, I requested 6 once, that was the most.
It's a hard task.
I can't believe Jack the fucking Ripper is gonna live.
I was asking Curtis earlier.
Jack the Ripper is
If
about...
he was Jack the Ripper,
Jack the Ripper at this point is like 60.
Curtis told me, no, that's a different time period. So
Yeah, it's 19 years ago. I checked earlier, I double
Yeah,
checked.
Jack the Ripper's like a good fucking... Like, he'd be about 60 at this point.
So, depending on the age he was when he committed the murders, he'd be fairly old. But he was a grizzled cockney anyway.
I did
7.
my year 6 history project on Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Complete with pictures.
That's 8. That's
that
8. That's 2 4 rows plus 2.
Yeah, he's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
You
8.
just told me what you were going to do. There's no like guarantee. What's
He
gonna
needs
happen.
2 more blocks.
Fucking Jack the Ripper winning this Dread game.
Not, yeah, well that would make actually very historical sense, if by fiction terms. He got away. One commissioner found out his identity.
I mean, the werewolf's dead, so the silk merchant got what he wanted.
There's 2 hands going on there.
Just no
No, there
profit.
isn't. You can pull that one.
That's the one you picked?
Then what is going on with Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Fucking hell.
It's fucking brilliant. I've
It's
got
pretty
that
good
on
music, to be
How
honest.
about
It's such a good
I
game.
can't believe that's in the playlist.
Yeah, oh, look at that. It's sliding out the other way quite
Oh,
nicely.
fuck man, that's some prime Jenga skills.
Oh, for God's sake.
So is that the two things you do? Thinking about Brexit and playing Jenga?
Yeah.
Are you joking? Are you joking?
So that's what I was doing
10?
because they stuck me
No, he needs one more.
for a bit. We've done one outbound.
One more.
There's no calls coming in, so we're just reading upon
But
that.
yeah, I've created a new layer that you can take from
Because
now.
the interest rates have gone up to 0.7%, so I was using just a
I'll
fee
go on
from
the
that.
fourth, but it's there.
So I didn't know that happen. I thought the interest rates would stay as what they were. Because with the
Pardon me?
shock to the economy that Brexit probably going to cause, or most likely is.
Stop defending yourself,
Fucking
Liam.
one more, man.
I wish the Silk motion had
Yeah, you
flipped
should shit yourself.
propaganda on the side
Ninth
of
one
it.
up, I'm afraid. Ninth one up.
False propaganda.
Everyone knows it's true if it's on a
Ninth
train.
one up.
It's on a train. It's gotta be true.
Good lie on the side of the train.
Oh! Oh, shit!
no,
You
don't
are
do
about to die!
Just one last one.
Ninth up on the right.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Let's see if you can defeat me. I'm Zhao Yun, bitch.
You're supposed to be my fucking treasure, you bastard.
Oh, what?
You're supposed to be my treasure.
Yeah, Arnie's been after the Emperor like the whole game.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
That was some prime Jenga. Well done.
you lunge with the rapier, which connects with the mummy's leg, which goes straight through it and knocks him off balance for a moment. With your trusty straight razor that you've had since
The
for
moment
at
you
least
killed those
25 years,
whores.
you flick it open and you jam it through middle torso. Your arm goes through really easily because obviously his flesh is completely putrefied.
I defined neck area.
Ah, you went through the neck. Absolutely fine. Went for the neck. As you do, you dislodge a scarab petrified in amber, and it flies across and lands in the snow. It's a complete jewel bright orange against the white of the snow. As it leaves the corpse's body and hits the floor, the corpse bursts into dust, leaving you and Victor alone with a plume of 100-foot smoke in the air, 5 miles off in the distance, in the middle of a blizzard. Game. Fuck me. Jesus Christ.
Well played, guys.
Fuck you!
Oh,
I never win.
I honestly, I never want to DM another game of Dread that intense ever again in my entire
That
life.
was really well done.
10.
Jesus.
Beautiful.
No one asks for 10.
You literally, there was only one chance you were going to defeat him because he was literally supposed to be the all-powerful focus of this game,
Goodbye, viewers.
and you killed him with an ordinary straight razor. Jesus Christ.